London wins, I'm like a campaign come Taskmaster. I am all in. But we'll see. We'll see what that's like.
Could be interesting, actually, especially if it carries on over a month or two. Yeah,
right. It could be quite good.
Yeah.
So we'll see what that's like. But I clearly play too many board games, or not enough, really, in my opinion. But
Tom.
Yes.
I got that donut glaze stout that I think you showed a photo of, or I showed a photo of.
Yeah.
It's so bloody sweet.
Yeah.
It's like proper milk stout, so it's really sort of like proper old man mouthfeel and very, very sweet.
Yeah. I might have to see if I can find some. I'm not a huge beer drinker anyway, and stout. I got very, very, very drunk on stout when I was about 19, and never have I thrown up Guinness before, and never will I get it again. Honestly, that was the worst experience I've ever had.
There was a one time I was doing a boat race with Guinness, and I got so drunk I went back to my friend who I was crashing up, and I lay down on the bed. I was going like, I'm going to throw up. I might as well just get it over with. So I got up, went to the toilet, literally blur, and then it was so perfect. It was pure Guinness. It even had a shamrock on the head when it came out.
Oh my god!
Just
throwing up Guinness just makes you feel like you've been like poisoned, and you're like, "Am I about to die?" Just throwing up pure black. It's like...
the last time I got drunk on Guinness, I was in the middle of London, and I went out drinking with a mate of mine and his mate, who was the drummer from Dragon Force, and we were on the Guinness that night as well. And the day after on the course, it was I did feel like I wanted to die.
See, I've been doing dry January. I started late. I started on the 5th, I think, because I thought no one starts a New Year's resolution on a Wednesday. Come on, that's ridiculous. So
I thought you were going to say I started late. I started on the 20th or something. Like, okay, so you've been dry 6 days. Well done, Joe.
No, a load of friends were meeting up in like the first weekend of the year, so I was like, well, come on, I'm going to be there for that. So got hammered, and then woke up on the Sunday and went, right, no, ready for a dry month now.
Right.
Are we expecting Kieran at all today?
Yeah, I was about to say, has anybody heard from Kieran?
I'll message him. There's always one, isn't there?
If not, we will kick off without him. Now, does everybody have the above VTT plugin installed?
Oh shit!
It's VTT. I've loaded up bloody D&D Beyond
in Chrome.
No, well, you will in Chrome. Need to install the plugin above VTT.
Apologies, I completely forgot about this.
It integrates into.
Is it on the Chrome web store?
Yes.
Yes. It is.
Yes. Yeah. Right, above VTT. Check.
And then when you go into the campaign in D&D Beyond, there's a join with above VTT button.
Oh, but I normally use a browser for joining that bloody thing.
Yeah, me too. But we tried it in Firefox, and it works, but not really. It grabs 30 gigs worth of RAM and then just chugs them.
Yeah, that will kill my machine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, is there?
Okay.
Didn't work in Edge either. You don't need to use it in Chrome.
Join above VTT.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you should at the moment just see a tavern. Just to see a tavern at the moment. None of you actually. I mean, I can add you all there. It's easy enough.
I've got to remember how I signed into D&D Beyond because it uses a funny route.
That's a
user.
Oh, fuck! I haven't got a mouse in here.
There. This is the holding hub. Maps can change. Obviously, I can take you to different places. But this system gives line of sight, dark and light aspects, which means if it's dark and you don't have night vision, it'll be dark.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the dynamic lighting and stuff, and doors and things.
It will highlight that to hide in the shadows, there needs to be some shadows. Okay? But many of the dungeons that I'm now creating have shadows, and I've gone and redone the maps for this evening's game in the new system. So you should have line of sight, and things that are on tables and stuff are real. Now, they haven't fully integrated the VTT system yet. In the actual system that I create, you can pick up things. They haven't integrated all of the animations and stuff to transfer into the above VTT platform, but this is the only other one that D&D Beyond supports that I can see works with the system that I'm now using. All right, but does mean some really cool maps, lots of dynamic stuff, secret doors and that kind of stuff can be opened and they'll appear in the walls, that kind of stuff. All right.
But we'll only
That's
get to see this one door in front of us with this puzzle for 3 hours. That's what we're going to.
At the moment, I'm gonna. You should know what the puzzle looks like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're all very familiar with what the puzzle looks like. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Now,
yeah.
a couple of things. Your gnome remembers from his young gnome days learning about Nismo. Nismo the gnome was quite a famous gnome mathematician. He changed gnome mathematics and gnome mechanics and was hailed to be possibly even the first gnome scientist.
Didn't he win the Nobel Prize?
Yes. Beat me to it.
Oh, sorry, Tom.
Nicely done. Yes. He won the Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah, there we go.
Did he then go gnome?
Oh.
He left his people and his whereabouts became unknown.
I know, you say.
Yep.
This joke's got legs. I like it.
Little legs.
Legs,
Little.
short ones. You notice that he is using a very old form of gnome language. And the poem, two things stand out. The word lines that he uses is particularly means singular lines. In that they may cross over, but they are individual and unique. Meaning, gnomes used to think of groups, much like Japanese, they think of numbers as numbers, groups of things, or numbers of groups of things. God, I had a long time to have to look that up, but never mind. So, in essence, the other thing that you remember in Old Gnome, he changed mathematics. Addition used to be just a line, but it could be a horizontal or a vertical line. It was either. They didn't actually use the plus sign for addition. He changed all that and migrated into adopting mathematics of more common usage and revamped gnome mathematics and science. But like I said, nobody knew where he went. This may be one of his last known places, but he was alive hundreds of years ago.
You mean last gnome places?
Last gnomes. Very good.
You're going to regret doing this.
I once spent an hour making centaur jokes, so yeah, this could get bad.
As you step up to the door, you notice the locks and the push button and the holes in the floor, and the bloodstains, the obvious bloodstains. But you also notice very etched in the stone, but very, very small, what looks to be somebody's tried to carve in tiny little equal signs next to all of the numbers on the right-hand side.
Next to on what side? Left or right?
On the right-hand side.
The right-hand side, so it's going to be like 4 and then equals.
No. Equals and then 4.
Ooh.
Okay, but there's nothing on the other numbers. One.
All 3 of the numbers on the right-hand side have a little equals next to them. But it's been hand scratched in by the looks of things.
Okay.
That's interesting because if we're trying to make them equal, what is on the right, the second row is impossible.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
If you're including that 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lowest is literally 6. What you can do with that.
Remember what I just said about lines?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3 across is 6.
But remember, 2 two rights make a wrong?
I don't think I've got the brain power for this on a
Yeah.
Sunday evening.
Don't look at it as a plus sign. Look at it as a vertical line and a horizontal line. Each one of them are considered addition, but forget them adding up as a line. Think of the rhyme and what it said, and remember that two rights make a wrong. Where the lines cross.
Oh, okay. So the center is going to be a negative.
Well done.
The center lines add.
Yeah, except for the very center where they would both add, so therefore they cancel each other out and become negative.
Right.
You and your
So-
bloody deviants from math.
There you go.
So we need
To
two
know
numbers that
understand.
overshoot 5 and one that brings it down.
Yeah, but you need the numbers 1 through 9, and they're all the numbers 1 through 9 at the same time.
Yeah.
Now, in Gnomish, no means beside, along, go along the path with. It basically means adjacent to, but it can mean adjacent to in many different ways. But for this particular instance, it means no two numbers can be beside one another.
So we can't put the 2 next to 2. We can't put the 5
Correct.
next to.
Right.
At least that rules out we know exactly where they're not, or at least a couple of numbers.
Well, she's going to have to be one of those rare occasions I use a pad to write things.
If this takes longer than 5 minutes, then I will rethink my puzzles in future and leave it to tic-tac-toe
We're not that smart. Like,
and things
Yeah.
you can look up on the internet. I was so
Give me a
determined
sec,
I
I need-
didn't want what you couldn't just Google.
yeah, no, this is. I just reverse image search this and find the answer. Just ocean the shit out of this puzzle.
I knew you
I did
would.
ask
I did
ChatGPT at one point.
I was tempted to reverse image search. I was like, yeah, fuck it. But I was like,
I already did it.
and
This
to be fair,
puzzle doesn't
even
exist.
if I did, I think I'd just be disappointed in myself for just cheating. And I'm like, no, that wouldn't feel good.
We spent an hour and a half making the puzzle and 3 hours proving you couldn't find it anywhere on the internet, that I hadn't actually thought it anywhere else. It made it up, but I wanted to make certain that I really had, and you couldn't just go and OS int it, because I knew all of you would, and it was going to be 2 months worth of OS int.
Yeah.
Make certain.
I'm going to be honest, the night you told us this, I think I was up until about 2 in.the.morning trying to work it out and find it on the internet. I couldn't. And I was like, I got into such a deep rabbit hole of brain fuckery that I'm like, I don't know what. And it just made no sense at the end. I was like, by the end of it, I was like, I hate Tom. This sucks.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine, man. My wife got really into it as well. She's like, this makes no sense.
I'll ask your opinion now that you understand the rhyme. Does the wordplay need improvement?
When you
Have I
say
got-
understand the rhyme.
Yeah, I think understand is a loose term.
All right. I had it in my head. It made sense. I went through a dictionary and was using the tertiary definitions of most of the words, the keywords.
I love it.
I've overthought it. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry,
I'll-
mate. I love
I'll
the
stick
effort that you put into this. Like,
I'll
never,
stick to Towers of Hanoi and tic-tac-toe next time.
yeah, never be sorry for over nerding something. That's it.
Any closer to knowing which keys go where?
Still
I'm
working.
gonna have to get
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get a bit of paper, I think. Bear with.
The ones outside the white cross are negatives,
That's what I'm assuming, yeah.
That's what you're
and
assuming.
the ones
is
inside the right cross, except for the middle, are positives.
correct.
And I'm also
That's what I'm
assuming
thinking.
that the ones on the left are also additive.
That's your starting number.
I thought you said they couldn't be adjacent to each other, so one can't go adjacent to one.
Yeah.
Am I'm lost in what takes away from what.
Right. That's
Can somebody do me a diagram of what is positive and what is negative?
Everything's positive in the positive bit, apart from the direct middle.
And everything else is negative.
Yes. Or that you start with the number on the left. All the
Have to end.
white ones are positive, apart from the middle.
Yeah.
Then you have to get to the
Okay.
one on the right.
Oh, so it's a total mirror of each other, each line. Like
Gonna have to get a difference of 3.
it's out of focus, but it's like that.
Yes, that is yes, that's right. There you go.
Yeah.
okay. What numbers are we trying to make? And we think that we know the numbers at the start on the far left. They're part of this sum, right?
Correct.
Uh,
I think I'm 2 away.
What it's worth in the mathematics among the mathematicians among you, your difference is obviously needs to be a positive 3 on each line.
We're trying to get them to add up to 4, 5, and 6, right?
Correct.
Okay.
The problem is you can't use straight algebra for it because all the individual numbers are different.
I deny that it most vehemently because it was algebra I used to create the puzzle.
It's interesting because
Yeah.
I've got the first two. I've got the first 2 lines
Yeah.
adding to 4 and 5, but then the third line at the moment is adding to 4. So if I need to get that 2 higher, but I can't remove any of the numbers from the other lines otherwise. Ah, dear. So the first 3 is minus plus minus. Second line is plus minus plus. Third line is minus plus minus.
Yes.
Yes.
how did you get the first 2 lines, Joe? What numbers are you
So
using?
at the moment, I'm at the moment it's 261
Yep, same as
on the
me.
first line, 795 on the second line, 483
Okay.
on the third, but that's not correct, obviously.
Okay. Fuck's sake, Tom.
All right,
261
hold on.
doesn't work on the first line anyway.
Hmm?
261 doesn't work on the first line.
Minus
is my
2,
maths
6,
wrong?
minus 1
Three.
does.
2 minus 2
1
plus 6 is 4. Minus 1 is 3.
You got the 1 at the
Yeah,
beginning
1
as well.
minus 2 is minus 1. Plus 6.
All right, you got 162.
All right.
So in
That was
total, it's 1261,
Oh,
2795,
hold on,
34.
So that number at the front actually counts in the sum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
that's
thought
totally
it did say
different.
Did say
then.
that.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I missed it.
I'm fairly sure I just repeated that a minute ago to confirm.
Yeah, I know.
That's on you, Dave, man.
Right. Sorry. Okay, that makes it a lot easier then.
That's it.
You do
You say
realize
that.
that I didn't give you any more clues for this puzzle because of your attitude at the end of the last session, Dave. You were so cocky about the second bit of this puzzle after you get past the doors. I was determined that you should suffer a little bit, but now it's gone on too long. All right. Any of you would like to make a DC insight check? I will give you an inspiration of what the middle number actually is.
Oh. I need to load
Insight.
up my character.
Insight.
Actions, characters.
Why are you looking at me?
I am not insightful.
Oh, I have a +4. There we go. Did that roll? It
I'm
did.
trying to remember how D&D
Oh.
works.
You click on the
sake, I rolled a
sheet, it brings up your sheets on the
Right.
top bar,
Yeah.
and then
Unfortunately,
look for the big
you're
long list
still
of
not aware.
skills.
Anybody else
I
want
got
to
a
try?
decent. I got a 16.
Oh,
Oh,
And
Sorry,
and we got-
19.
and we got a
19,
20.
Got the bonus.
Okay.
I got
Ah.
19.
From the gnome.
your
My
gnome.
character's cleverer than me.
Tiber remembers this puzzle, possibly from his childhood. The middle number, he was positive, was an 8.
Oh, right in the middle. This.
Right in the middle. Right in the center was an 8.
Oh wow. Oh, fuck's sake. I feel so stupid.
No, I,
So to make up to 11, your factors that make up to 11. So A and B, which is A plus C, which are the middle ones. So on left and right needs to add up to 11. Which is 9 and 2. 8 we can't use. 7 and 4. 6 and 5. That's it. So it's got to be one of those combinations.
given your insight check, Dave, you're fairly positive that it's 5 and 6.
Okay.
Wait, which numbers were 5 and 6?
One's
On the
center
middle.
line, but obviously they have to be in the right order. Remember the other bit of the rhyme.
Yeah, I'll let somebody else do the clever bits for me. Right.
This is like Sudoku on steroids.
Yeah, it's 5 and 6 in that order from left to right, according to.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wait, that doesn't work.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I was blind, apparently, for a sec.
We can just put random keys in and press the button and see what happens.
This is not going to go well.
What's Kieran's character called? Let's get him to try it.
There'll be
Have a
some
go.
security guards seeing all the denied
Run.
entry logs, mate. We're not going to do that. Upset.
Run. Doesn't work.
It's so close. I've got them all adding up to 5. I just need to swap 2 numbers. And I can't. My brain is not processing what I need to do.
Are you using Excel for this or something, Joe?
I'm using a Mac, so I'm using numbers because
Oh.
Apple are really good at naming things.
Yeah, it's like numbers and
What does it do?
pages.
Numbers?
wasn't-
Oh, Pages is so bad.
It's awful.
So the closest I've got at the moment is 271 586 493. And they all add up to sum up to 5.
Did you just put 786 on the middle line?
No, he didn't.
5, 8, 6.
No,
So 5, 8,
so it's
Think-
789 reading down the middle. Yeah, and so they know they've.
Oh, 789 reading down the middle. Sorry.
Mm.
I'm putting those two the other way around.
Oh.
I'm really going to have to dumb down the puzzles now.
Oh, yeah.
Really.
Super hard.
Right.
So now I've got
your numbers. Hold
7.
on, boys, lads. So your numbers are 294, 586, 173, but not necessarily in that order. So
What?
those are the pairs that all add up to, that all follow the rules.
Huh?
Okay. So 294, 586, 173. So the plus one, I'm definite about. It's the other ones that need to be worked out.
Would you like to put the numbers in that order?
Yeah, what,
Probably-
I've
Probably
I've got
not.
the order,
I
yeah.
would have a little
got-
bit of thinking.
what if they follow
got the
rules?
order.
Somebody
It's
else who has
49.
the ones.
So, yeah.
the bottom one looks wrong. The top one, the 294, works out.
Yeah, I'm
so
just saying
does, so does 492. Although actually 4 and 5 can't.
5, 8, 6, and what was the one? 173.
6 and 5.
So those are the numbers I have. It's out of focus. Oh, I'm mirrored.
And a cock.
Okay.
And little cock and balls at the bottom just because I'm me.
So, what were your ones?
So it's got to be 294, 586, 173. It's got you order the numbers individually, but the middle one has to be right in all three of those.
Yeah, and we're
So
saying
let's
that two numbers can't be sequential, so like 1 and 2 can't touch
No,
on a line.
no, 1 and 1 can't touch.
Yes.
Okay.
So
then,
the top one can't start with the 1. The top one has to start with the 2.
because I got 4, 9,
Or
2,
the 4.
6,
Or
8,
it has to be the
5.
3.
Oh yeah, because the 4s would be next to each other. If the 4s is that a problem?
Yeah.
Or is that fine?
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah. So that
So put the 4 on the other
good
side.
point.
Swap it with the other one.
So
I'll
4,
let somebody else
4,
struggle them.
so I think this one works. 4, 9, 2, 6, 8, 5, 1, 7, 3.
Okay. Is that what you're going to plug in?
Well, I think.
No, 685 doesn't work. 685 doesn't work because then you've got 5 next to 5.
Oh yeah, 5 8.
So it's got to be 586.
Okay.
I mean, it is
The only thing
586
is
because we've been told that, right?
Yes.
Shut
yes. The other thing is I'm not certain whether it's 492 at the top or 492 at the bottom. Mathematically, they're the same. But
Yeah, but if you did 492, then the top would have to be 371. You'd have to reverse it because otherwise the 1 would be next to the 1.
Well, no, 492 at the top.
Is that what you'd like to try?
No, it's just it.
Did you say we're being accompanied by?
Scribbling with a bit of chalk on the board, going, "Oh, fucking no, friend."
Did you say we're being accompanied by
I think Kieran's character seems very eager to try it. He looks very.
I do love the fact Tom is like, please enter a number. I want to carry. It's like, please put something in. I find this entire session.
There's so much
You
story.
finished half an hour. Yeah, I here I was coming up. I mean, there's 2 more friggin' puzzles, guys.
Right, let's just enter a number. We need to let's play some D&D. Let's not do a maths equation.
Mhm.
Right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
flip off
will-
because I'm cut warm.
Your god informs you through sort of enlightenment that you, in essence, have at some point mentioned the correct sequence of keys. All right.
I love that. Let's metagame the shit out of this. You work it out, right?
Your god approves. Okay.
Love it.
What numbers would you like? Now, you have said the right numbers. So which ones are you going to put in?
Really? Fucking hell.
Come on. It's 492 on the top line. You know that's right.
It's 492, 586.
586. Yeah, and then it's 173.
All right. And then you push the button.
Who pushes the button?
Got it. I'll press the button.
Karen's character walks up and hammers the button.
It's fair. It is 173. That does work. I swear to God, Tom.
I don't know if that was a happy sound or not.
You
No, that
find
was me.
yourselves on the inside.
Oh,
The
thank
lighthouse.
fuck for that.
I forgot we had the soundboard.
Oh, excuse me.
Now.
This dynamic lighting is awesome.
You
Oh,
may
shit.
move around. Now, what you notice is the stairs to the right appear to be elaborate and mechanical in some nature. The pillar that they run round, the stairs themselves appear to be sort of made or embedded in the pillar, and the whole staircase looks like it might be ever so slightly mechanical. Remember that you still have the rhyme.
Yeah, so this rhyme to me says that once you start walking, the steps are going to retract, so you need to keep going, but you need to make sure that you step on every single one. Otherwise, I guess they're all going to retract.
Well, no, we need to step on the prime ones.
Yeah,
The
be
prime
nimble,
ones are
be quick, and stay in the prime.
7, 11. How many stairs are there?
There are 100 steps.
Jesus Christ, Tom.
Oh, right.
Hold on, let me.
Chat
Gordon,
GPT, what are all the prime numbers?
It could be staying. It could be staying the prime, as in those ones that aren't going to attract.
The primes
You don't necessarily have to go over the staircase yet. I'm just mentioning it. The rest of the room is for you to explore. You may move your characters as you see fit.
It is lying.
God, that last jump's a
one is a prime
that last
number.
jump's a
I will-
doozy,
I will
guys.
Fight people to the death on that.
89 to 97. Someone's got to jump 8 steps.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if the prime
jump.
are the. I'm wondering if the prime numbers are the safe steps though. So like.
Well, yeah,
man,
that's
yeah,
generally
but-
assumed.
Yeah, we need to clear between step number 89 and step number 97 without touching any steps in between, which is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know what? I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to try and, first off, step on step 2.
Step 2.
That's arguably a prime number, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, no, 1 is the first prime number.
Yeah, 2's divisible.
As you step on step 2, the whole staircase turns into a very slick slide.
Okay.
And basically,
Yay! Sounds fun.
basically, after about 30 seconds, the steps come back again. But
Okay,
you will notice that there are little knobbles on the steps, so if you do slide down this staircase, it's gonna hurt.
Okay, can confirm the first step is not step 2. There we go. We have learned something today, boys.
Could we try step
Anything else?
1? 1's a prime, arguably.
Yeah.
As you step on step 1, you hear a click and nothing else.
Step 2.
Oh,
Click.
Step 3.
3.
Oh, we are at the stairs,
Step
aren't
5. Jump over step.
Click.
Etc. Up to the primes of.
As you start to get towards the top of the steps, you will notice that at some point there was a rope hanging from the ceiling, but somebody has attempted to cut into it. It's still hanging there, but it may not hold. You're going to get one good DC check to go to grab the rope and try and make it onto the last step.
Oh, dear.
Yep.
All right. What's the DC and what do I have to roll?
You're going to be making a dexterity, a DC 15 dexterity check.
Can I do acrobatics instead?
Yes, you may.
Because I've got a +5 on
Yes,
that.
you may. Would you like to, with acrobatics, you could make it, you can do it, but you can opt not to touch the rope and do a little bit of parkour type stuff.
Yeah, I'll style it out. What's the DC?
All right, DC for acrobatics is 13.
Okay. 16.
Smashed it.
All right, you find yourself at the top of the stairs.
Ooh.
Okay, right.
Can I do anything
I shall-
to help lower something down for everyone else so they don't have to do
Have
that?
any rope on you?
Yeah, I banded a kit. I've got some rope on me.
10-foot pole.
Always. Yeah, I've got rope. I can tie it up and put down a nice
Right.
sturdy length of rope.
Okay. This will make anybody else's getting past the last set of steps quite easy. If they screw it up, you'll be able to drag them up. Does anybody wish to examine the lower floor before you scale the light?
Yeah,
you
just give
probably
me a
should.
second. I just want to check my notes. So the ladder and the light. There are no ladder and light in here, I guess.
I've got a gosh darn Stargate up here.
Is anybody else?
Don't know why I'm from West Country.
Does
Explaining-
the image keep crashing on them?
No. Are you using Chrome?
I'm using Chrome.
Actually, are you getting actual animations?
No, it just crashes on a regular basis.
Your webcam's crashed as well.
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just
That's
thought he was
really not it.
concentrating.
But you
I get
notice
the dynamic lighting and stuff, but no, I don't. And when I mouse over there's little windows, little doors around the outside. They sort of animate, but
yeah, those are.
I'm not getting dynamic lighting,
Oh, my.
and it just crashed again.
Download more RAM.
Yeah.
If this doesn't work, we can go back to the old systems, guys. I just
Yeah,
thought
it's just constantly flickering. How much RAM do people have? Because I've only got like 8 gig on this.
Oh, really? I've
Oh.
got 64 in this.
Yeah, I got 32 in
I've
mine.
only got 8
Oh.
gig on this. I'm actually running the game.
How much is this using?
Hold on, I might
closed
be.
down-
Let me close down some other things.
I have closed down a lot of other stuff, though.
Yeah, I'm only
I have-
using 2 gig of
Please,
memory for this.
Let me just close down, like, because I normally have Opera running with about 12 million different tabs.
That Opera Mr. Beast edition. That one.
Somehow, that doesn't make sense. Somehow Chrome is currently using 10 gig of memory. I've got 4 tabs open. Fucking, who coded this thing?
Ryoshi, what you notice is that the staircase to the north of the second floor,
Mm-hmm.
there are no stairs. It is just, I've represented it as a staircase, and it's supposed to animate, but it doesn't. Stairs appear to be sort of built into the pillar, and I have retracted into it. There is currently no stairs there.
Okay.
Approximately every 2 minutes, there is a flash from the portal on your right,
Mm-hmm.
and what appears to be an image stored of what's in front of the portal on the left.
Right. So it says those who help themselves will often ascend on reflection. Be sure of your timing to make this connection. So it seems like, at least to me, that we need to put something in front of the portal, and then it's going to copy it over on the left-hand side. So you said it flashes, and then what happens on the left-hand side?
There's an image, effectively, of the wheel, which apparently is connected to some gears and motors in the background.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, there's nobody in front of it, so it just appears to be a mirror image of what is in front of the portal.
But just an image. It doesn't like copy. It's not a physical copy.
Nothing's moving. Yeah, just a physical image.
Okay.
Am I okay to have a little look round on this ground floor once?
Absolutely.
Once you've...
Anywhere you go.
Yeah, I've just gone out
Yeah.
this door as well, and there doesn't seem to be anything.
It's not a door.
Oh,
That's
the
not-
dynamic lighting's really cool. Like, yeah.
Shouldn't be able to go out there.
Uh.
Stop that.
Yeah, it's a door.
Those are... Is that a door? I thought I deleted all the doors.
No, it's a door.
Those are actually supposed to be locked cupboards.
Oh,
Apologies.
yeah, the doors.
Okay, stop opening them.
No.
I know.
Okay. Where are you?
So I'm just going to be in the
over-
middle. Like, there seems to be a lot of desks. So
Yes, they're covered in a variety of tools, crystals, drawings, schematics of what look to be this lighthouse, some scribbled notes here and there, all sorts, everything that you could possibly imagine. Gears, wheels, pliers, tools. There seems to be obviously the forge isn't working, but there's an anvil and a lathe and various other bits and pieces in the benches to the north there. There seems to be what looks to be a big ornate desk on the east side of the room.
Okay.
But
So I'm gonna have a little look. See, like there's crystals and some schematics. I'm gonna have a look at some of the schematics to see like what we might be expecting as we go up there. 'Cause we've got these riddles, but maybe there's just like literal design schematics, how to disable these traps.
okay, can you give me a perception check, please?
Perception. Perception. No.
Okay. All the drawings and things that you find are in Gnomish, and unfortunately, you don't understand it. So it's difficult for you to figure out which of the bits and pieces. However, there is a book on that desk to the left-hand side, which does appear to
So I'm just going to say the night to my son. What's it?
That's all right. Anybody else want to do any looking around?
I had a look at this wheel that I'm stood in front of.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have a little look round as I
Sorry about that.
speak Gnomish.
Okay.
Mhm.
Most of the notes make more sense to you, and it does seem that at some point there were a team of gnomes working in this building both this lighthouse and potentially a what looks to be maybe a flying machine, a balloon of some description. It's unclear. There are schematics for the staircase that you can see on this floor, and another staircase which doesn't appear to be visible to you on this floor. Everything about it is mechanical. Many of the crystals, etc., you see have been used as lighting, seen to produce constant light, but not very much. Not enough, obviously, to light a room. Maybe only about 5 foot of illumination. And even then, not very heavy, but it's enough. They've got enough of them around this to basically light this room well enough to be able to see. The main desk, as I said, has a very large tome which is written in multiple languages, which appears to be a user manual for the lighthouse.
I worked out what the problem is.
What's that?
It doesn't work on my 4K screen.
Oh,
Okay.
So I had to move. I've swapped my monitors over, so I've now got you guys on my 4K screen. I've got the one on my 1080p screen, but on the 4K screen, it just go white constantly.
No, it's probably trying to do it all in 4K and running out of
Rescale.
memory.
Yeah, moving it to my 1080p screen. Perfect. Weird bug.
so
Sounds
you
like I need to build a new computer, mate.
No, this one's only like 4 years old.
So what is interesting is on some of the tables, you notice that some of the notes have been written in a very old Orcish script.
I was going to say, it's your time to shine.
And it seems that somebody who was working here at some point, obviously either spoke Orcish, wrote it, or it's unclear. You are unaware of any orc scientists that you were aware of, and usually orcs don't dabble in this kind of thing, so it's a large surprise to you to find anything like that in this environment.
I'm also a little bit of an atypical orc, so I feel like I'm in a good position to provide some sort of insight.
It seems whoever they were considered an equal, and they are writing notes to and from others, and they seem to speak multiple languages. The notes that they've written in Orcish seem to be things that they're trying to remind themselves of. Some of the concepts don't necessarily make much sense to you, but they seem to be highly mathematical. Okay. Ryoshi, the wheel that you've got,
Yeah.
would you like to turn it?
Yeah, why not?
As you begin, it only turns in one direction, and as you begin to turn it, you can see the steps start to emerge from the staircase pillar. If you let go of the wheel, it immediately begins spinning in the other direction, and the stairs retract quite quickly.
Okay, so I want to wind it so they're all open, and then wait for the flash of light from the portal and then when the image appears on the other side, I'm going to let go and then try and go upstairs.
The rest of you have about 5 minutes before that happens. Is there anything else in particular that you would like to look for on the ground floor?
What's sorry, I'm just saying, what's at this desk here?
Oh, the cleric already had a look at the desk. There are several things. There are tools which could be of interest on it. The desk itself, the drawers are locked. Clear as to what's in them, but it's the only... Well, there are locked cupboards on the walls, but they seem to be more tool chests and various other things. Some of them are open, some of them are not. This seems to be the only secured element on this floor.
Anyone got knock or anything like that?
I could break it.
Isn't Nox like level 4 or something?
All right, then we absolutely don't have knock yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I could
got
just pull it open if you want. I mean, it's easy enough for me to do.
What, can Nicholas Wage open it?
And how strong it is.
Oh, I forgot about Nicholas Wade.
Nicholas Wade has decided not to come into the lighthouse. He has stayed outside.
Oh, man.
Funny. Sorry.
Yeah, right. Like, I'm going to carry on wandering around. I'm going to slip a couple of these gems or like crystals into my pocket. Maybe like 2 or 3 varying colors. And I just figured like a little mini light source might be useful.
A handful of half a dozen of them is enough to cast light in a 5-foot radius. And it is permanent light. It's not much, but it's enough to read by.
Okay.
If you like to take, there are approximately 18 scattered about, unless you want to start prizing them off the walls. There is one very large crystal, which is here. Ping here.
Okay.
That one is glowing, and it seems to be a larger version of the ones that you're pulling off the table, but it's probably 5 foot tall and probably 3/4 of a ton. It, however, looks quite valuable if you could get it out of here.
I'm gonna have a little look over this crystal.
Okay.
So.
It does, from your opinion, emanate a constant low level of magic.
Ooh.
But as I said, it's 3/4 of a ton.
Yeah.
And it also might be what's helping power the lighthouse I'm assuming at the top.
Yeah. Do I understand what this is? Have I ever seen this sort of thing before?
No, you've heard of things like this. They're often referred to as arc crystals. They're said to sit at the tops of mountains and collect electricity from lightning storms. But you've never seen them, or didn't really know that they even truly existed. They could have been a fable, but this appears, from what you've heard and described, one of them.
Okay. Is there any way to like disable it, like unplug it or smash it?
Not that you're aware of. You don't have enough knowledge of them. I mean, you can take a hammer to it if you so wish.
I mean, if I know it's been collecting lightning, that's probably a bad idea to smack it.
Word capacitor comes to mind.
Yes, and we know how they go pop.
Icy.
Spicy little.
Can I try forcing one of these drawers in the desk, like brute strength?
Yeah.
Probably pull the handle off, but
give me a strength check. I'll give you a dagger. Prise the door off. Go on.
Strength is Nope, wrong one. That one. Oh, 16. My luck is not with me.
You eventually do get it open. You, this dagger, however, is now bent and is at -1.
Oh.
Okay. So
unless it's magical. I never use a dagger anyway.
Fair enough.
I've got spares.
But you have prized the drawer open. Inside, you find a small bag of gems, worth about 50 gold, about half a dozen.
Yep.
And what looks to be a pair of spectacles.
Spectacles.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I mean, you got to put them on, right?
Yeah. Hold on a sec. Hold on.
Yeah, you
I'm
gotta
just
put on the
gonna
cursed
note
spectacles.
down.
Yeah.
I
I can see dead people.
Oh, I'm gonna have to put the spectacles on. I'm sorry. It's like I don't know. Hopefully they'll give me like drunkard's view. I'm used to it anyway.
When you put the spectacles on and you start to look at the desk, you are completely disorientated. In fact, can I get you to give me a quick... Let's get a wisdom check here, please. Let's see.
Oh, my quality hurts. That. What's a B? 21, natural 20.
For a
Ooh.
moment, you feel like you're falling. You quickly grab them and pull them off your face. You realize that they have magnified things to a level that you are unaccustomed to. You are literally looking at the inner grain of the wood. But
Oh wow, that'd
they
be
need
useful.
to be used while not walking, standing up, or doing anything. They are for sitting and looking at something and working at something. Effectively, a microscope you can put on your face. Right?
Cool. That's very useful.
Spectacles of magnification.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
There's some jokes that come to mind of why Dave might need them.
Yeah, and we're all being very grown up and not saying them.
Yeah.
Dave's wanking glasses.
Most of us
Damn
are being
it.
very grown up.
We've been so good,
Yeah.
Joe.
Okay,
There's always one, and it's always me. I mean, Joe.
Roshi, you spin the wheel. The flash goes off. Right. I have a athletics check from you, please, as you begin to run up the stairs exceedingly quickly.
When I can get to it.
I've just realised I've still got my magical giant potato in my inventory.
Oh, you broke the potato up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
know. Yeah, that's why I'm deleting it. I'm
that's
like,
a
that's
big
10
ol'
pounds of weight. I'm getting.
You hesitate for a moment, and about 3/4 of the way up the stairs, unfortunately, you weren't fast enough, and you take a quick fall, and it wasn't that bad. You fall approximately 15 feet and take 5 points of damage.
Ouch.
You were close, but it literally caught you off guard how quickly those steps would retract.
Well, while I've got 5 minutes until I can try that again, can I start poking around in some of these cupboards up here?
Absolutely. Most of them appear to be small personal effects. As you start to open them, you can see small items of clothing that have since rotted away, notepads, occasional trinkets such as small paintings or lockets. There are things that could be considered treasure in them, but in essence, we're looking at like the 1 or 2 silver scraps if you want to fill your pockets with esoteric junk. It's up to you.
Yeah, I won't bother unless it looks important or
Nothing on this level looks
No.
all that important. This looks to be quite a working room. The floors are quite clean, whereas downstairs was quite cluttered and quite lived in. This looks almost sterile by comparison.
yeah. I get the impression of like a getting ready to go somewhere and do something room where you put all your shit in a cupboard and then go and do your thing somewhere else. And I'm assuming that's upstairs.
Very much so. They look like possible changing cubicles. Downstairs, you've got another 5 minutes. Anybody looking at anything in particular? Doing anything that they want to examine?
I think I'm going to run up the stairs and, doing a special dance to join Ian. Sorry.
Okay.
Is the
character name?
Ryoshi.
Is the rope not down yet? I thought Ryoshi put a rope.
Yeah, I put a rope up there.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Where were you going? You're going to have to stand there and hold it. Otherwise, there's
Okay. Yeah.
I can do the dance up the stairs. It's like it's easy enough to do. I mean, if Ryoshi can do it, I should be able to.
Okay.
It's a lot noisier.
Right. I have. Do you want to try acrobatics as well, or do you wish to go for the standard route?
I'm going to go acrobatics. Athletics, yeah.
Go for it.
Oh, natural one. Quality.
Brilliant.
100 steps.
You get up. Ryoshi's handing you the rope, but through your hubris, you would you like to make a quick dexterity DC 15 check to grab the rope before you go sliding down all of these steps, please?
No, I won't.
No, you missed the rope. In fact, you give yourself a little bit of rope burn. You slide down the steps.
Ow, 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 ow. Times 100.
Because you're at the top of them.
First player death
It's
to
okay.
architecture.
I've done worse when drunk.
12 points of damage.
12?
12.
You did 100 steps and got 12 points of damage, and I fell 15 feet and got 5.
In fairness,
Yeah, but the steps are bumpy.
You fell flat from 15 feet. He slid down the steps.
Ow, 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 ow.
I should have been able
The
to roll
knobbles will get you.
to start out that fall.
Yeah, you could have.
The steps are made out of cheese graters.
Would you like to try again, Dave, or maybe get some healing first?
No, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself first.
I gotcha. You don't need to cast that. I'll sort you out.
Sorry?
I'll sort you out if you want.
I suppose.
I mean,
I
you
can
can cast Cure Wounds if you want, but I can give you just free healing if you want it.
Okay, give me free healing then.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you
Fine.
look a bit worse for wear. You okay? I will touch you in completely appropriate ways, and I'll give you healing hands. You regain 2d4.
Okay, you want to roll the 2d4?
I probably should actually, shouldn't I?
Show me on this roll where the cleric touched you.
Soak, can I have a perception check from you, please, as well?
You got 5. I mean, it's not
Better than
massive,
nothing.
but there was no need to spend any spell slots for that one.
You're very perceptive.
Soak, you notice what can consider to be an orcish rune typed on one of the doors at this location. One of the little changing doors. Hold on, I'm trying to ping it for you. There you go.
Okay. Let me have a little wander over here. What do I do?
This seems to be the locker of the orcish person who worked here. Inside, you find what seems to be a drawing. Looks familiar to you, possibly of a mountainside or a pastoral scene that's quite familiar to you. This person may have been from your locality. What is interesting, though, is since you know this scene, there seem to be a lot more trees having been drawn in this. You know it to have been mostly cleared. So whoever drew this knew it probably from 100, 150 years ago.
Okay. Interesting.
There's also a key in the bottom of the locker. A small one, about 1 inch long, but would open up a small jewelry box or something, but there doesn't seem to be anything else that it goes with in the locker.
Okay. Well, I'll keep that with me and hopefully figure out what that's for before I forget about it.
Right. Dave, are you going to try again, or are you staying at the bottom of the steps? Does anybody else want to try and go up the steps?
I'm going to try again, but this time I'm going to use the rope.
Okay.
Hubris.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up the rope as well after Dave has.
And if I'm up there, then I can help Pete hold the rope and let everybody else explore if necessary.
EC 8 on using the rope when you get to the top. Nice and easy. Just don't
What
get
what
low
skill?
at 8.
Athletics was that?
Athletics. Yep.
Oh dear.
Yeah, 12.
Dave is up.
Ah, nice.
Yay! So I'll take control of the rope and let I can't remember his name.
A lion.
Ryoshi.
Yeah,
Does anybody else want to go up?
Ryoshi. I'll let Ryoshi go explore whilst I do the rope holdage.
Actually, Japanese for fisherman.
Clever.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, Ryoshi no Teki is
right.
fisherman's enemy in Japan.
Oh, typical.
I like that. Roishi, I've also noticed that you are lit up.
Thank you. I'm glad someone did.
You're
No.
glowing.
Yeah.
So, you got our when we were doing the test. You got the torch light on.
Okay, let me have a look.
Yes, you do. Inner light. You don't have inner light, do you? No, you do not. There you go. Fixed it for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
if
how
have
do
a
you
torch-
turn how do you turn your torches on then?
if you
I see. Right,
right
yeah.
click- yeah. Okay.
Yeah, outer light is what
Wow.
you use.
But that will become important later when we're in dark areas.
I'm just
Okay.
trying to work out where torchlight is, but yeah.
Before I concentrate on the people on the middle floor, people on the ground floor, do you want to do anything? Anything in particular you want to look at, explore, or try and open?
I'll have a cursory look round as I'm gnomish, just see if anything kind of jumps out at me.
Go for it, perception check, but everything here is quite gnomish.
So therefore, I'd know what I'm looking at. So I'm just sort of like,
fair,
I wonder if
fair.
there's anything interesting.
Okay, go on.
Insight, is it? Or
Yeah, perception. Passive perception.
How do we do perception checks? Passive perception.
Passive investigation, in fact, or if you're
Oh,
actually
okay.
looking for something specific.
Specific.
Yes. And it won't let me.
You should just be able to click on those things.
Yeah, passive investigation doesn't let me click on it.
You should be able to click
I guess
on the number, not on the...
I can do that. Yeah, under the skills, I've got investigation. So.
Okay. Some things don't add up in this room to you.
Okay.
One, gnomes don't like fireplaces. They tend to use somebody of this type would tend to use braziers or things to contain the flame. Gnomes have never been fond of fireplaces. It's out of place.
Bras? They like bras?
Two, the round thing to the southeast of the desk appears to be some form of very ornate mechanical chest. It looks like a globe, but it's actually a chest.
Okay.
Where the bra goes.
Do orcs like fireplaces?
Yes. Orcs would naturally have a fire or a fireplace. Gnomes don't tend to have open fires in their buildings.
Okay.
Interesting from a gnomish design point of view. Okay. While you're looking at that, you can see that it is extremely complex. There doesn't seem to be any obvious keyholes, but it does seem to be protecting or holding something of whoever put it there. This is quite a secure lockbox, and there's no obvious ways of getting into it, but it seems that things move on the outside, slide round, but you're unclear as to how to begin to open it. Right. Back to the middle floor. Who's doing what with what?
Yeah, I was just gonna
I'm still.
in the thing again and try and do my thing again.
Okay. All right.
Unless one of you
I-
wants to do that, and I'll wait
Yeah.
here and maybe get an advantage
Well,
on my run.
do you explain to me what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Because I'll just hold the wheel for you.
I mean, yeah, you could. In fact, yeah, that's probably the last person up. Is the person that needs to do the running
Yeah.
thing. I'd have thought. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's only when you let go of the wheel, right? So I'm just gonna hold the wheel for you.
Okay, let's try that.
You start to turn it. Are you waiting for the flash or not?
I mean, we probably should, it being all puzzly and stuff. And the reason he's asking the question, so that's probably a good.
It's probably.
Yeah.
What are we doing at the flash though?
Well,
'Cause-
just run up the stairs, let go of the wheel, and then go and run up the stairs.
Are we actually let go? I was just gonna hold the wheel.
It looked like I was like 90% there, so I think that's probably the way to do it. And I don't know if maybe if you hold the wheel, it'll detect that someone's holding it and drop me on my ass or something because someone's got their hands on the wheel or something.
True. Okay. I shall sit and watch and see what happens.
Okay. So you waiting. So who's turning the wheel? And give me some clear instructions. Are you waiting for the flash? And Ryushi, are you doing both the wheel and the stairs, or is Elon doing the wheel? You're waiting by the stairs.
Yeah,
And
I think
Elon
Elon's
moves-
doing the wheel. I'm going to wait by the
Okay.
stairs. We're going to wait for the flash. Elon's going to let go. I'm going to run up the stairs.
All right. Can I have a
can't
very
see.
quick athletics check at EC8 athletics check post flash, please?
DC8 Athletics. 20.
You rush up those stairs. You did not want to fall again. It pissed you off that you didn't make it. You are up the steps. It's interesting, Elon. You'll notice that as he hit the first steps, there was a weird click in the wheel, and it seemed to quiver for a moment, as if it was triggered by something. After the image fades, the wheel very quickly lets go. What is interesting is the image has you holding the wheel. Even though you moved away, the image remains of you holding the wheel.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay?
Again, what happens if I'm actually just holding the wheel?
Probably nothing good.
I don't know. Part of me wants to try. But yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it's Tom and he can be mean. So
Yeah, he's already weaponized stairs against two of us. So
okay. Well, I'm gonna
On-
give it a go the same way that Ryoshi did. Then
Okay. All right, so you're basically going to turn and then rush up the stairs, yeah?
yes.
Okay.
Hold on. Shouldn't you
Oh,
take?
can I drop a rope down? Is there
rope.
any way I can just drop a rope down? Just then they
Yeah,
can
but
haul
you've
us?
used your rope.
Is it?
Yeah,
Isn't it
the rope's
after?
still towards the ground floor, right?
I
Yeah,
can give
it's-
you a rope, but you're up there and I'm not.
Yes. Debrius currently has the hold end of one of your bits, or has hold of your rope.
Maybe you should get the others from down here to come up so that we can all like transfer. Soak.
There's nothing up here that looks
Eyeball.
like a lock or something that I can maybe push a button and lock the stairs open.
There doesn't, actually. What you have noticed is there appears to be a small bucket of grease behind it, and you're unclear why.
Grease.
I can only assume the lulls.
On this top floor, you can see what looks to be sort of magic inscriptions and a series of lenses that are sat in the middle of what looks to be some form of encased sphere. It's unclear what it's doing, but it's quite dark. But it would seem that the middle would be a light source of some description, which would shine through the lenses, which would go out through the to the outside of the lighthouse. The doors that you can actually see on the sides are actually lenses, which actually amplify, and they seem to have shapes cut into them. Which means as the lighthouse basically shines through them, it seems to cast a shaped light, which would basically cast itself onto the water, showing the route through the rocks and the caverns, avoiding the very dangerous seas that you've seen that the lighthouse sits next to. In essence, it almost basically shines a pathway on the sea that the boats have to follow if they want to get through the channel and avoid basically losing their ships on the rocks. Right?
That's cool.
Light, however, is out. There is a desiccated remains and a book sat next to a chest on the left-hand side. Right, bottom floor. What are you guys... Now, sorry, Elon, you were going to do the wheel. Can you give me a athletics check, please?
I can.
Go up.
Athletics. We'll see what happens. Great.
Oh,
That's-
nothing
that's-
but good things.
That is going to be
Oh.
great.
But I got an 8, so
Huh, Lion, you die.
You eat the wheel.
I've
You
been
fall.
rolling terribly today.
Hard. For
Ah.
13 hit points.
Oh,
Damage.
gross. Gross. Okay.
well,
You
thankfully there's
basically
no
were-
boss up here, so we're fine for now.
Ah,
Gonna have to do a short rest before we continue. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, effectively, you need to be a little bit quicker, a little bit more nimble. You hesitated on the steps, and they literally removed themselves when you were like 3 steps from the end, and you came a tumbling down. And because it's a vertical fall, it wasn't like you had the slidey step with bumps on them to break it.
yeah, that's fair.
All right. Right. Bottom floor. What would you like to do?
I really want to try and get into this like contraption.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Let's passive investigation as you begin to examine it.
well, let me just roll that. What do I do with that one? It won't let me.
There is a passive investigation. You should see it on the senses, on the left-hand side of your character sheet.
It's the box underneath saving throws and above proficiency.
Yes.
There is actually an investigation. You can use your
Yeah.
standard investigation. It doesn't have to be passive either. You can use your
Oh.
standard investigation if you're actively. You can say steal this. It probably weighs about 500 pounds.
I'm just being done, so I'm gonna do it first.
Investigation is.
This-
Let's take it.
This dice are like going across the screen. They're like -10 for input. I don't know what's going on with this plugin.
Roll or not? It's weird.
I clicked it a solid minute ago. It's really thinking about it. It's just thinking really hard. Rolled it on the table under like some
There you go.
Okay. Whatever it was, somebody basically, there seems to be a series of levers or buttons that you will push to open it. Problem is, it's unclear as to even where to start. Think of this like a Japanese puzzle box, where certain things would have to move and certain then would allow other things to move. Without some instructions, you could be here for days or even weeks. However, whoever owned it obviously used it. It seems quite well cared for, well oiled. Everything that does move on it seems to move free-flowingly, so it's not like it's damaged or in ill repair.
Do I have any Nomi things that I can do.
Nisbo loved his puzzles. This is basically dwarven in its technology.
Okay.
At which point, Ragtar comes over. Let's give him a roll of a couple of things.
I have.
Ragtar
What's
has a
the
look.
test?
He recognizes it as quite serious dwarven technology. This is what dwarves would use to protect something of usually of great value. But its sequence would be set usually by the user, and often it would be denoted by a series of numbers or ups and downs, and usually there would be 10 or 12 movements, and it's unclear. Even he as a dwarf wouldn't be able to bypass it unless you knew what the code was. However, he said that they were renowned for people losing the codes. They were built to last, and usually dwarves were often paid twice as much as it was to make the thing to cut it open and get whatever was in out of it when they forgot how to open it. Right. Would you like to try the stairs again, Elon, or are you happy on the middle floor for now? And
No, I will try the stairs again, but first I will want to heal myself because it would be silly to try and go up there again and potentially just die. So I'm going to use that, and we'll see how long that takes to get through into
I don't know why this is so long. I'm wondering if this is starting to use more memory now.
Oh, there we
Should
go.
be doing it server
Nice.
side.
Weird.
So,
So
I mean, I
that
think I'm-
famously difficult maths problem of random numbers.
Obviously. Okay.
so I
Top
healed
floor.
for
16?
20. Right, +4
Nice.
apparently.
Wow.
I don't know why.
Nice.
I don't know why it hasn't given me the +4 in that calculation, but either way,
It's more than you actually had, so.
it's more than I had. So regardless of what, yeah. And then I'm gonna go up the stairs, and you want an acrobatics check, right?
Yep, please.
You touched
This
yourself
is-
real good.
I've clicked it. Oh, there it goes. I mean, that's better.
There you go. You don't know what was hard last time. This time you made it up without you were expecting it, and obviously hurried along using 2 steps at once. You eventually make it to the top.
Amazing.
You are now with Ryoshi. Okay. The thing on the floor. The only thing that the Ragtar says is, in essence, you got to start basically looking for somebody's notes or something that will basically tell us what the code is. He said he describes it usually, as I said, between 8 and 10 figures. It'll be either a series of numbers, which will represent the buttons, and usually up and down arrows, which will represent the levers. And it may or may not be hidden as part of something clever, because inevitably whatever's in it was supposed to be secret. Okay. Anything
Okay.
that you want to do on the ground floor, or anything in specific you want to go and look at?
Can I have a quick look at the fireplaces that I spotted were out of place or not in keeping? I mean, is there anything
That's this one.
odd about them?
It's this fireplace.
Yeah.
What's interesting is the chimney doesn't even go all the way to the roof. And the fire gives off, even though it's odd because it's burning, it doesn't give off any heat.
Go and have a proper look at it.
Okay.
So, can I look sort of around it? You know, is there any? If it doesn't seem to be a real fireplace, I'm just looking for, I don't know, buttons or anything that looks like it moves or that kind of thing.
Give me an intelligence check, please.
There we go. I'm dumb.
Everything about this fireplace seems perfectly normal and real to you.
Yep,
You are
fire.
absolutely.
Yep, sounds
In
about right.
fact, you've convinced yourself it's now giving off heat. Even though you were absolutely certain that it wasn't, and you have no real reason to understand why it would still be burning after what probably is 2 decades. It still seems to be burning quite happily with wood in it. It also seems to make no noise, but you're convinced it's a good old solid fireplace. All right. Anybody else?
Do you know what? I'm going to take that at face value and be like, yeah, let's cook me, please. It'd just be disrespectful to come over and say any otherwise, right?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Sorry, go on.
Oh, no, I was trying to think of solutions. I don't actually have anything to worry.
All right. Okay. Top floor. What do you guys? Let's. Inebrius, do you want to try and get up the steps, or do you?
I'm here. I'm still holding the rope.
Okay.
And I'm sort of like I'm shouting down, like, "Come on, guys!"
Do you on the ground floor wish to go up? Anybody want to go up a floor?
I will, but I think it'd be a little disrespectful to try and grab on the rope given the sheer size of me. I'm strong. Everybody else back down. So
you know I'm quite strong anyway. I could probably help you easily.
I'm just like, whoa, look at these guns. Oh.
Well, actually, I'm quite strong.
Well, I would say I'm as strong as you. No.
Okay. I can see an inter-party love relationship breaking out now as they basically start flexing with each other.
See these swans.
It started as them just comparing notes.
So how much rice and chicken do you eat? Oh.
Protein.
Okay. Anybody want to try the rolls to get up the stairs? Cyborg, you going for it? Go for it. Good for an either athletics or acrobatics. Your choice. Hey, you are up the stairs.
So if I'm going up the rope, does that
that I've taken into account that effectively you've used the rope, that it affects your DC chance. You're all right at the moment. All right. Anybody else?
Don't roll a 1.
Are you staying downstairs, Soak, or are you going back? Or are you going up?
it was Soak that rolled?
Or was it Soak that
Soak's
rolled?
gone up.
Apologies.
Yeah.
Sorry. There we go. Oh, sorry. You rolled a 2. Did you? No, that was. Sorry, you didn't roll. Apologies.
That was for the fireplace. That was.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll do if I'm going up the rope, I'll do acrobatics then.
Oh, awesome.
Nimble. All right. You scoot up. This floor to you is even more fascinating. You actually heard about some of the mechanisms that they're using. The 2 portals are considered to be quite magical. And in essence, you're very surprised that you found something like that here. You would expect it to be in something more expensive, and these must be early prototypes. They're what you've usually used for transportation. You're not aware of the one on the left as to why it seems to be keeping the image. What is interesting is that the one on the right doesn't seem to go anywhere, so it's unclear as to whether it does teleport or what, but you've heard about these things. It's just very surprising that you would find them here. Right. Top floor people.
Can we move Radcar up as well?
Yes, I will give you that. He is up. There we go. You've all basically made the middle floor. Inebrius explains to everybody how it works. Nobody has yet tried holding the wheel for anybody else, but you may give it a go if you so wish.
No, I've seen it work, so I'm just going to copy what the other guys did. So that's what, another athletics
Yeah.
check.
Yep. A slightly harder one. Go for it.
Watch me roll what? Oh, for fuck's sake!
With a plus 5.
And I still rolled 8.
Oh, mate. Womp womp.
Wah. Come on, somebody, hold on. We got that on the soundboard. Where's the soundboard?
Sorry. Ooh, that hurt, Dave.
Oh
You
dear.
have taken
I may be
10
unconscious.
points of damage.
Ooh, I think I will be laying on my own hands. Because I'm down to, have a guess how many hit points I've got.
It says on the screen, you've only got 1 left.
Yeah.
We don't have to guess, Dave.
I think that I'm just going to cast Cure Wounds because I need to.
Okay,
7.
Jeez.
Oh, I'm going to kill myself by stairs.
Right, at the top floor, you find what looks to be somebody who matches the description of the potion seller's younger brother, except his body looks like it's 125, 130 years old. It's desiccated. It's almost ancient. The clothes, however, look almost new. There's a book, which seems to be, and a quill, which seems to hold the person's last notes. It seems that the last few pages have been written possibly as they died. The words seem to get more frail, and eventually it even ends on half a sentence. It describes that he names who he is. He basically calls himself Daniel. He admits that he always thought of himself as a 15-year-old boy, but after a long period of time, he realized that nobody in the town was aging. He thought it was odd that he remained 15 forever, and eventually he decided that something was not right, and his investigations led him to believe that the town being artificially kept young, but in doing so, it made them forgetful and complacent. He also realized that anybody who left the town obviously never came back, and he could never understood why. Until he realized he went out and went camping overnight, and realized that he came back with what looked to be liver spots on his hand. Had it not been for the fact that he had oilskins full of the water from town, he felt he may not have ever made it back. But it began his investigation to figure out what was going on. He has tied it to the evil witch Demetrix, who he remembers from his youth being talked about by his parents, but he did not know. He has come to the conclusion that the town is cursed, and therefore people who would come from traders, etc., would often stay, believing that the town brought youth, because no one ever seemed to age. But in reality, many of them came and didn't even forget why they came or who they were, and thus they never left. He felt it was his duty to disable the lighthouse to prevent anyone else from coming here, because he did not know how to stop the curse. Although by his own admission, he recognizes that if he stops the curse, everyone in the town would be doomed to die within the matter of a couple of weeks, as the effects wore off. He pleads with anyone who's reading this to leave the lighthouse dark and to walk away, and if you are capable, flee and never to return. He asks that if you are intelligent enough that you might free the town of its shackles and release them to a fair death, for what they are living is basically an unknowing hell. He also fears that the magic that it is storing up in the town underneath may have consequences that eventually mean that these people would die anyway. He feels that by leaving the lighthouse dark, no one would be able to be trapped here again. But you know that without the lighthouse, you're trapped here. There's no way off. Meaning you do have a choice. If you get the lighthouse working again, then in essence, the boats will come, but anybody who starts drinking water very, very will be trapped there. You're aware of it, but countless people who come after may not be. It's now up to you to decide what you want to do. However, getting the lighthouse back up and lit again is another question entirely. You're unaware how to relight it currently. Although you did see on the ground floor a book described as the user manual for the lighthouse on the desk, which I described.
I think someone picked that up and thoroughly read it and is ready to summarize for us. I mean, the puzzle did say break the glass but don't breathe in the poison gas was the puzzle thing we got. So,
and
yeah,
you
I was
notice
confused with that.
there is a what looks to be a broken vial on the floor next to the in between the two lenses. It seems that he came up here and jerked whatever was in the middle of it out and shattered it, and then in his last breath died where he lay. You're unclear. There is a box next to him, but the box is currently locked. Take a small key, about an inch long.
like the one that we picked
Like
up
the one
downstairs.
So's got.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yes.
What floor is Soak on currently?
Agreement, I think.
Middle floor, like the rest of us.
Wicked.
Okay.
I think I'm going to cast Cure Wounds again and then make a second go at getting up those stairs.
I'm just going to go quickly fill my water bottle. 1 sec.
Right, let's take
Or
a
is it-
5-minute
is it
break
worth-
here, guys.
Yeah,
Take
I was
5-minute
gonna say,
break.
we'll take a
Go get a
break.
cup of tea. All right. We'll be back at 1:15. No later, please.
don't know, all those mukbang videos you get on the internet. It seems to be some people like it.
Oh yeah, maybe I could charge you for it. Like, do you want to? I'll open up an OnlyFans just for this group.
Yeah, I don't get the ASMR stuff, especially not people eating.
Nah, it doesn't do it for me.
By the way, when you guys change floors, you can't see the other people on the other floor, right?
No.
No.
Nope. Do you want Buttery Dave to make an appearance?
Oh yes, Dave.
Well, actually, let me try.
I'm wearing too much for Buttery Dave to be here.
I ask you.
Oh, I'm so healthy now. Thanks. That's rather hot. I'm going to leave that for a minute.
Oh, the Lavalier mics, however you say them, they're really irritating wearing a t-shirt or a hoodie because they're just
if you've got
in
a
the wrong
beard.
place. Yeah,
Ratty,
I can't attach them to my beard. Maybe I should grow the beard, then I can.
Yeah, just put it on here.
Perfect. You can just whack them on your glasses, can you?
That's really painful. That's really, really painful. It probably sounds crap as well.
Not too bad, actually.
What's the sound quality like if you just sort of leave it on your desk? Is that just too far away?
Yeah. Hello.
Ah, it sounds really echoey.
I am stuck down this
I'll
well.
I'll do it like a YouTuber. And now we shall.
Oh, yeah. It always winds me up. It's like, why put it here? It's not a fucking microphone. It goes here. So use it as it's meant to be used, you moron.
I'm just
I'm not
worried
trying
that
to
this
pick
is
them up.
gonna
I'm
have
trying
the
to see whether or
battery
not.
I've got the other one and charging here. So worst case, you get 2.
You got 2?
Yeah, it comes with 2. I can echo myself.
Yeah. Oh, is this for you? Like, this is your journalism kit?
Basically, it only costs 20 quid from Amazon. It's not exactly bought for sound quality.
To be fair, for 20 quid, for 2,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's not. I've had a lot worse than this.
Right. Did anyone
sorry.
actually pick up the book?
I think
It was
Soak
down on
did.
the desk.
I get
The
the-
book.
I think it was implied that whoever found it picked it up.
Yeah.
I remember hearing you say it, and I was inclined to pick it up. I don't think I'd know it was an instruction manual because I didn't know Gnomish.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I had a look at it. Did I? I can't remember.
Yeah, maybe you
We'll
picked
give
it up.
one of you. I will give one of you two. We'll give it to one of you two at this point. But one of you two is going to have to make it to either read it or decipher it to understand how to get the lighthouse back on track. Wait for Charlie. Charlie, are you here?
I would say canonically, if being the gnome.
Fair enough.
Should we
If we
just-
get page through it, you do find a bit on the light. There are drawings which appear to show a small glass vial and instructions on how to place it in situ where it's supposed to be. And the instructions state that you are then supposed to cast a particular spell on it, a light spell, and there's a set of warnings that whatever spell you use to conduct light cannot is underlined twice, conduct any form of heat.
Oh, it's valve powered then for that buttery lighthouse sound.
Out of interest, do I understand this as well? Am I hearing these instructions as well?
No, not at the moment. Not until he comes back upstairs to tell you.
Okay, cool. Because I think I have an idea.
Well, there's no glass thing in there at the moment, is there? He broke it.
No, he's broke it.
So we need to find a
Yes,
spare.
and there's our
Well,
instructions.
if I wasn't,
If you break the glass vial, it is full of a poison gas, which will fill the room quite quickly and remove the oxygen.
if only there was a source of light that didn't produce any heat.
There you go.
That was a really dumb critical fail that I rolled then, I think, because that fireplace is going to be important.
Well, I mean, I did understand when I picked up those crystals, that I've got about 8 of them, that it is enough to cast a light for 5 feet.
But it would cast light, not embed light. First, you got to find a vial. At the moment, you've got nothing.
Yeah.
Right,
So,
I'm going to have a look in that bucket full of whatever it is, in case someone put one in there and it's in there in case it breaks, and if it breaks while it's in there, it's safe.
Box is currently locked, and you don't have a key for it.
Not the box, the bucket of stuff at the top of the.
Oh. That's basically appears to be full of grease, and it's becoming apparent now. There's a pole that runs down the steps. You're supposed to sort of grease yourself up and slide down the pole to get off this floor. It just seems to sit there to ease sliding down the pole.
Right, so someone was having fun playing Ghostbusters.
There you go.
So we need a vial, and we need to put some light in it.
Mm-hmm.
So have I seen anything?
Other than the
looking
box
at the stuff that's broken, have I seen anything similar to it that looked like it was intact on my travels?
No, not yet.
Maybe there's some
There's
spares in
anything
there
else.
if we can get the key upstairs and open it up.
Soak, who's trying? Is anybody trying from the middle floor to go up to the top then?
Yeah, I'll go for it. I've got that little key on my hand.
Inebrius, are you moving away from the wheel, or are you staying in shot, as it were? Dave? Is Dave frozen? Have I frozen?
No.
Is everybody frozen but me?
No, it's just Dave.
Okay.
Dave appears to have checked out.
Just not interested. It's not big.
Dave, are you still there, Dave?
I think
Nope.
Dave's headphones have just died. I don't think he can actually hear
must
you.
have. No, I don't
His
think he
camera's
actually
fine.
Yeah, but he definitely does
No,
now.
he keeps on playing with his headphones. I think they might be dead.
How do you do that, by the way?
Soundboard. Sorry, guys, I went quiet. I suddenly lost all my all audio for some reason.
Hmm.
If you go on over where your mute and deafen thing are, there's this thing with like a microphone saying "open the soundboard," and that's got all the sounds in it.
Okay. Cool. Right. So, I asked whether or not Inebrius Soak was going to try and use the stair. Are you staying in front of the wheel, or are you moving out of the way for her to do it?
No, sorry, I was trying to say earlier. I'm going to cast I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself, and then I'm going to try and go up the stairs again.
You did, okay, fair enough. You're going to do it again because you did cast it before for 7.
Yeah, I only cast it once, and now I'm going
You
to.
can do it again. Okay. All right, go for it.
Oh, my bloody webcam switched
frozen.
again. I don't know why it does that. I'm having problems with
Another 8.
USB on
Because
this
you've got 8
system.
gigs of RAM. And you're trying to run
No,
a 4K monitor as well as everything
It
else.
works normally. It doesn't have a problem. It's just for some reason my wireless controller and my webcam just occasionally disconnect randomly.
You got a wireless webcam.
No, it's a wired webcam. It's just my wireless 802.11 and my webcam just randomly just hang up.
Hmm.
Don't know why. I think one of my USB internal hubs is dying. Right, so I've healed
Have you
myself.
clicked on any links from Tony, by any chance?
Sorry?
Have you clicked on any links from Tony, by any chance?
No. This is my private machine. It doesn't. Tony's stuff goes nowhere near it. Right, I'm going to do an athletics check to go up the stairs, and a natural 20. I'm going to
There you
practically fly up
go.
those stairs.
Yeah, you fly up those steps. There you go. Soak, do you want to try it as well?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay.
Well, we kind of need that key. So.
Can I do acrobatics, or is it just athletics?
Whichever you prefer. In this particular instance.
Nice.
And in one without a fall, showing everyone how it's done.
Show off.
Suppose I better make my way up as well then.
Ooh, that's interesting. Hold on, I've just had an error in the maps. It's reloading.
The DM is reconnected.
Yeah, there we go. That's the first time I've had that happen. Said,
Should I do a acrobatics check as well then?
okay, go for it.
Sorry, what was the options? Acrobatics or
Or athletics, whichever is your preference.
Yeah, I've only got athletics.
All right, you just make it. Literally, just. And we'll bring Ragtar up here. Just because I don't want to have to roll it. All right. You're all at the top. And yes, Soak's key. If you want to hand it over or try it in the box, up to you. You don't have to give it up. It's your key.
It's in the
I'll
box.
hand it over.
What's in the box?
Okay. Key fits perfectly, and the box clicks and clacks, eventually opens up, and inside you find 2 of those spheres. They appear to be filled with some form of luminescent gas, and seem perfectly formed. There's also 2 scrolls in small containers, seemingly right next to them.
We read the scroll.
Scrolls both appear to be clerics' continuous light spells. However,
Ooh.
only available to clerics.
Well, let's give them to the cleric then.
Interesting. I'm going to have a read of these.
Basically, it's the continuous light spell on a scroll. Read it in one-shot deal. In essence, it will cast a non-heat source light into or onto an object as you see fit, and it will be continuous, as in permanent.
That's a cool spell.
Cast it
Just
on the
don't
potato.
test on yourself.
Yeah, I will just shine.
Oh, but
It can be dispelled. You can use dispel magic to get rid of it, but yes, the light would be considered permanent.
Okay, so have we got the vial yet?
Yeah, we got 2 of them.
Oh,
Yep.
sweet. Then I will cast this spell from the scroll onto one of those vials.
It glows quite brightly, almost too bright to stare at. As you basically place it into the center, it seems to find its place levitating about a foot off the bottom. And if it worked properly, the animation for this would be rather cool, because when I designed it, it has a rather cool light-up animation. But unfortunately, that bit doesn't translate, so unfortunately you can't see the very cool thing, because apparently I have to embed videos into this, and I'll work that out for next session. But
Theater of the mind.
the light, yes. Imagine the thing lights up, the whole room basically fills with light, and the runes on the floor seem to coalesce the light into beams, which go through the lenses, which shine through the windows. You have turned the lighthouse back on. Your choice now is to whether or not what you wish to do with the spare vial and/or the spare scroll.
Fuck it up, I suppose. That might come in useful at point.
Yeah.
I mean,
If
we
anyone decides to turn it off, then we can just turn it back on again.
could, yeah. Or we can
Vial, by the way,
maybe it could be
very, very fragile.
yeah.
it's probably best not to carry the vial with us then. Because you don't want it to go off.
No, and it's 8 inches around. It's not small or something you can tuck away. And you have been warned it is full of a very poisonous gas.
So this chest that we've got the key to, how strong is this chest?
It's actually quite strong. It's made of interconnected bands of metal. It's overly complicated for what it is. And it seems to be just a storage chest to store these things. But you'll also notice that it's airtight. meaning whatever's in it, if one of the vials broke, it would basically be contained within the box.
Okay.
We
So is
could
it worth
leave
just locking it away and then just hiding the chest?
Chest is basically bolted to the floor.
Oh,
Yeah, the chest is going nowhere.
I mean, we could put
Yeah.
the vial back in the chest, lock it up, take the scroll with us, and the key with us,
Yep.
and then we still basically have control of the lighthouse at that point.
Fair point.
Yeah, we
and
know
no
how
one
to,
else
we
will be
know how
able
to get in.
Yep.
And we know how to get up, and we know how to do all the work.
Which apparently is nigh on impossible. So nobody else is going to figure it out.
apparently we're geniuses. Like it's
Yeah.
always saying.
With the several multiple hints of from a mysterious voice.
Don't worry about it. All right. We'll get there again.
Almost dying from stairs multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a vicious.
The lighthouse has been fixed, and boats will soon start arriving at the town once again. Leaves you with the dilemma as to what you will do with the townsfolk. Will you leave town and leave it as you found it, and potentially trapping others as they come, or will you go searching for Demetrix's lair in an attempt to basically cure the curse and potentially doom these people? But it is up to you. You know, or you have been made aware of where the water source is infected. The tower to the north of the city is Demetrix's old lair with the hag that she once lived with, along with the vampire who now lives in Old Barter. But that is the source of the evil that basically flows to the town. But it is your choice. Do you save, or do you leave and potentially trap others?
We don't really have
I
that
mean,
much
the
of a
honourable
choice.
thing to,
Because we've got the braces of bullshit on, and she's the
I
only...
was about to say, have we taken into account the fact that we were wearing those bracelets when we've been on 3 different stories of the tower?
Yes,
Yes.
the tower is only 100 feet tall. I've worked that out, so yes.
Okay. Cool.
I mean,
Just
the
count it
honourable
in.
thing would be to save the people, and that would be the best thing. And more importantly, unless you have a good source of water, I cannot get a drink. And right now, I could really murder a drink.
Your choices are clear. It's basically the boats will probably arrive now. Now that the channel basically is back open and the lighthouse is working again, ships on the other side will probably start arriving within a matter of a couple of weeks. You probably don't have much time before the first ships arrive, and you may or may not still have to deal with the pirates who also are aware of the water problem, who seem to have taken over control of the city.
Well, they said they'd reward us if we turn the lighthouse back on, so we can go and collect.
Fair point.
Maybe use our leverage on how to keep it working in the into the future.
Do you wish to continue exploring, or do you wish to leave?
There's
I'd
that
like to
funky...
leave.
Yeah, there's that funky globe thing that might be valuable.
Right. Getting down is relatively simple. And in essence, it's not too difficult. The stairs, when used from the lower stairs, when used from the top, just work. It doesn't matter which stairs you step on. And the pole basically will get you down from the top floor. So getting to the bottom floor is relatively simple. We'll move to the bottom floor. If there's anything that you wish to explore, now would be the time to do it.
And I've just realised I actually do have a bottle of whiskey in my inventory because I've just looked through it. So I'm going to get down to the bottom floor. I'm going to pour some whiskey into old Throthbeard, and I'm going to have a drink.
Fair enough. You all basically feel quite invigorated from having solved this problem, and when you basically do your next long rest, you will be going up a level. It's a question as to where you will be doing your long rest. You can either camp out here, which is a safe space, or you can obviously head back to town and or back through to the lair held by the bandits.
I vote for here.
Yeah, definitely here.
Yeah, I was going to say probably best to have
I'm
a
two spells
then
down.
we can get in, right? Like we
can always set up a watch anyway. I know.
Well,
Yes,
we should
nobody
lock
can
the
get
door,
in
don't
because
we?
Yeah,
the,
there's a crazy
it-
lock on
it-
the door, right?
the puzzle's impossible.
Impossible. I mean, we found it pretty damn hard. Let's be honest.
I mean, Nicholas
it-
Wage is going to be cold out there, but I mean, he didn't
Right.
really bring the goods on this one, so I'm pretty sure he's on his own. And he was scaring away Donnie Barco. So, yeah.
I mean, to be honest, it's a good name for us. I mean, home.
By the way, the stats for Darty Barco are now done. He can, if played right, become an NPC.
Fuck.
Yay.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Okay.
We'll,
Do we want a long rest now and level up now? I know level 3 is a bit of a leap. Lots of things
up
to choose and stuff.
to you. You may go up a level a little later. It depends on where you want to sort of finish. There are potentially other things that you may be able to do here, but yes, by rest, you can go up a level, but you don't have to do it right now if you don't want to. But you can if you want to. I mean, it would take 10 minutes if you're quick about it, but if you may do it at any time before the next session. But there are potentially other things that you can do here. I would prefer that we finish whatever you want to do here this session, so that next sessions are clear as to what your choices are going to be. But it's up to you how you want to play it. We can continue searching out, and then we can spend the last 10-15 minutes basically going up levels.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
do that.
Obviously, Tybor has highlighted that there's a fireplace, perfectly normal fireplace over there.
Just someone less done one. They have a look.
And everybody has been made aware of the weird globe chest, which doesn't seem to have any keys or anything to open it, and it's unclear how to get into it.
I'm going to go and have a look at this fireplace because I think I'm a little bit cold, and if he says it's a normal fireplace, I'm going to go warm myself up next to the fire.
Can I have an intelligence check?
This
Go
is
on.
going to go back. Oh no, that's an insight. Sorry, that was the wrong one. Ignore that. Where's just straight? There we go. Straight intelligence at the top. I'll take that.
Okay. Nothing about this fireplace makes sense. Normal? Nothing about it is normal. Chimney doesn't go to the roof. The fire doesn't make any noise. The fire isn't condensing any heat. The fireplace itself doesn't appear to give any smoke or smell. Something is not right about this fireplace. You
Okay.
are so
and yeah,
convinced-
and yeah, I'm there warming my hands up on it.
you are
Ooh,
so
easy.
convinced that this fireplace is not there. Hold on, I figure out how to. Come on. Okay, that doesn't work when it transfers either. All right. The fireplace you've realized is not actually there. Once you've convinced yourself of it, you can actually sort of walk into the fireplace, which dispels the illusion for anybody else who watches. The fireplace, once dispelled, basically seems to disappear. And behind it is what looks to be a safe, or the door to a safe, anyway.
Okay.
That's great.
So what do I know about this door? Like, what's the door look like?
Well, the safe door is probably about 18 inches square. It's built into the stone. It seems to be fairly sturdy, but also quite simple. It's a simple key safe, but keyway looks quite complex. You could try and pick it, but it doesn't look like the kind of lock that will pick easily. But it is key operated. It's not any form of combination.
Other than the key that Soak found, have we as a group found any other keys?
No, you have not.
There must be a key box or something around here.
Okay. I'm going to tell everyone about this safe. and make it, because I imagine this room's quite quiet. We're all in the same room, so I'm going to be like, so everyone can hear, tell them all about this safe. And basically explain that we should probably look for a key.
By your estimation, the key should be anywhere between 4 and 6 inches long, and the keyway at the end is probably a good inch and a half wide. It's a squared end, so it'll look something like a cross or a little mini mace. It could be scattered amongst these tables. It could be anywhere at this particular point, but whatever it is, it's not tiny, but also not huge. So
can we do a generic? Sorry, I thought you'd finished.
All right, you may pick areas. Where might you start looking?
I'm going to start looking on the desks again and just go from desk to desk. If there's any little drawers or something, just try and loot the hell out of the desk and see what's going on.
As you start to scatter the stuff around, you begin to realize that the desks and the tables and various things may not be the best place for this. There doesn't seem to be keys or tools. There seem to be a lot of tools, but nothing that matches the keys. The work tables appear not to be holding what you're looking for.
So you want
nothing. You spend about an hour, maybe 2 hours, searching through everything on the tables, but nothing that fits.
So you want somewhere like at the head, or so maybe those set of desks at the top. So
that's
this could be my character there.
It might be on a different floor as well, but there wasn't really anything on the other floors, was there? Like that would be somewhere to store something.
Well, there was the cupboards on the middle floor with people's personal belongings.
There was.
Could be in there.
Now, there's also more drawers in the big desk that Tybor has stood next to.
I was going to say that this thing was expensive. This, the thing I'm next to now, and then this thing looks, the puzzle boxes, it looks expensive. So I'm saying this side of the room and this desk maybe look like the important.
I got good stuff from one drawer of those desks that I broke open. It might be you might be able to get better stuff from the other drawers.
Yeah, I'll have a look. I'll have a good route round to this area and investigate the sort of east side of the.
Whilst Tybor's doing that, can I have a neb round this bit where I am?
Yes, that seems to be a workshop area. Can I have a perception check for me, please?
Is that from both Tybor and I?
No, just from you at the moment.
Okay.
You're searching this particular area. Oh,
20.
Very nice. Upon looking under one of the benches, you find what you thought was just a metal bar. But upon loosening it, you pull out a sword. Rather nice. +1 long sword.
Ooh.
In very good nick, very sharp. Not magical, but +1. And
+1 is magical.
All right. All right. We'll call it magical. What I want it to it is a superior quality sword. It will do +1 to hit because of its lightweight, and will do +1 to damage because of its sharpness. It, however, does not qualify for the magical qualities of hitting things that have to be hit by magical creatures.
Yeah.
Right? Very high quality dwarven sword, made of what looks to be folded steel.
Nice.
Have you just found like a katana?
Not a katana. It is a long sword. A katana would have a curve. Well, no, it should have a curve in it. This is double-edged rather than single-edged. Sorry, I'm not going to nerd out about swords. Apologies.
Don't get him started on swords.
More like a tachi than
Here all
a
night.
katana.
That's it. This would be more of a Crusaders style sword, but quite well made and quite lightweight. So, right, Tybor, desk. Doors are locked. Do you wish to try and prise them open?
Yeah, I'll have a jiggle round and a general poke at it.
Do you have a dagger or anything to try and prise, or do you have tools?
Let me have a look. I have. I do have a dagger. I also have a crowbar in my backpack. So
Okay. If you have a
I'll
crowbar,
worth using that.
crowbar
Yeah,
will
let's-
go through these guest doors in no time at all. Okay.
yeah.
We're not doing this.
Although
subtly.
before I just go in ham with the crowbar, can I have like a bit of a feel around first, rather than just a little bit of class?
Yeah. Okay. Give me a perception check, please.
15.
All right. You find what feels like a button underneath the desk, and eventually you find that it clicks and opens up, and a small key in a very tiny little drawer, which pops out from the desk, seems to be the key to the desk drawers themselves.
Cool. I shall
Password on the
you just take that
post-it
key
note
and
under the
yeah,
keyboard.
I'll take that key and put it into the
Okay.
drawers.
As you start to open up the drawers, obviously whoever this may have been Nismo's desk. The notes seem to be well filed away. They're in the bottom drawer. There seems to be a pair of very nice leather boots. You're unclear as to why they would be in a desk drawer, but they're there. In one of the other drawers, you find what looks to be potentially the key, the safe you're looking for. On it appears to be a key ring, and the key ring appears to have what looks to be a skull with big fangs on it.
I'll take the boots and stick them in my inventory.
That
Stick 'em
key
in
is
my backpack,
clearly
and
the
then-
key to a bitchin' motorbike.
Yeah, I will. I'll come to these guys and sort of tell them, "Hey, look, I found the key."
See a were gnome?
Sorry?
Was Tybor a were gnome?
A were gnome.
Yeah.
Is that where you turn
Where's-
into a gnome?
Yeah,
or-
that's it. Yeah. You-
Yeah, it's like a warehouse that turns into a house on the full moon.
yeah.
So you recognize the symbol on the keyring. It's a Orcish clan insignia.
Interesting. With the lock that had like the Orcish stuff on it, that had the key for the like little box upstairs as well. Right? So I guess the orcs just have all the answers. So I'll point that out.
Whoever it was, the orcs obviously were working here with the gnomes, but the clan insignia that you recognize is of a clan that has long gone, thought to be wiped out by another clan. That particular clan, the insignia, they were known as shamans, and some were even druids.
Oh.
Sorry, do we know that Nismo was a gnome?
Yes, and
Yeah.
the poem clearly said Nismo the gnome.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I've got his diary if you need it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, let's have a little peruse.
Okay,
Okay, so we
Who
have the
would like-
key.
yeah. Who wants to open the safe?
I mean,
I mean, if it's an
I can't
orcish
think
shape with orcish stuff, it's probably
this is true.
safest oak to try in case of some anti-non-orc stuff.
True. Fair enough. I'll give it a go. Give me the key.
Hey, can I have a wisdom check from you, please?
From who?
From Soak. you're not quite certain, but something you recall, orcs do like to trap their chests and belongings. You're uncertain what might it be, but you are wary. This could be trapped. It could be something as simple as determining which way to turn the key. One way would be right and one way would be wrong. They weren't clever about their traps, but you feel that you should be circumspect.
Okay. Am I able to just like investigate around and see if there's any signs I can gather about what, or if it is trapped, or am I just kind of, is that it? Am I just cautious and that's the end of it?
Okay.
That's a bit terrifying.
Can I have a investigation check, please?
Absolutely.
Okay. Something about the safe door that makes it feel like it's with energy. Possibly electrified, if you knew what that meant. The key is going to potentially complete a circuit.
That's not very safe.
Oh dear.
Is it going to complete a circuit with that, the thing, the blue thing?
I get it. I get it.
Well, it's obviously somebody has basically worked out a way of transferring power between things in the walls. There appear to be what looks to be cables or wires that have running from the stone into the safe. It would appear that the safe is wired up, as it were. The key isn't just a key, it appears to be something that will complete a circuit.
I'm going to wander over here, holding my little leather boots, going. Yeah, because I think that might be, if it's going to complete a circuit, that might be insulating.
Fair enough.
Or at least put that out there as an idea.
Yeah, put on insulating boots before you open it, perhaps, yeah.
It's like, standing in the bucket when you're on a boat in a thunderstorm.
Okay, does anybody wish to put the boots on?
I mean, how big are they?
It's kind of huge.
They are human-sized boots, but they will fit any humanoid.
Who's going to do the ones?
Who's volunteering?
Oh, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Cursed boots are finding.
Bunch of bitches. Okay, give me the boots.
Right. Ryoshi, you put the boots on and they fit quite snugly. The first thing that you notice that when you step on the floor, you feel very firmly grounded. You have to pick up each foot as if it were glued down. And when you put it down again, it seems to stick all the more. It makes it difficult to move, but you're firmly grounded, as it were.
Can I walk up to a wall and put my foot on the wall and see if it wants to hold me on the wall? Or one
It
foot.
does. It would appear to start holding your weight. However, it's difficult to just walk straight up the wall. It would require abs of steel. But yes, you can walk up the wall with these boots. You would probably need some assistance, or could scramble up the wall if you could find handholds, but it would make climbing very easy.
Okay, spider boots.
Can we lift you up and stick you on the ceiling?
The ceiling's a bit high up. You'd have to do it with big sticks, but yeah, you could eventually get him up there.
I mean,
Well, if
would
you go
I
to
be able
the,
to then open the safe is the question at that point. No, so...
If you go to the middle floor and then you climb on the ceiling through the hole in the stairs. That way.
I mean, that might have been a very interesting other way to get up the stairs, perhaps, that we've just completely bypassed. But okay, well, I'll make a note of spider boots sheet. But yeah, I'll try and open the
Spider boots. Spider boots does everything a spider can.
Okay.
Either or as to what's in Gromit.
You wander over to the safe. Soak has warned you that it may or may not be trapped. You have the key in your hand. It will fit perfectly into the lock. As it goes in, it's almost magnetically pulled into place, and nothing happens. Question now is clockwise or anti-clockwise?
I am going to let fate decide. It is clockwise.
Oh, dear.
I meant anti-clockwise. Stop rolling dice.
He's trying to work out how many dice can I roll at the same time.
You feel a bolt of lightning come through the steel key into your arm, searing flesh and fingers as it courses through your body, doing 14 points of damage. Searing your hair. There's now a definite smell of crispy brioche. The key, however, is perfectly untouched.
So I'm standing there in like the cartoon smoldery.
Yeah.
Like,
Smoldery, yeah.
Right.
Smoldery bits.
It was anti-clockwise.
Yeah.
It was anti-clockwise. And then I'll turn it anti-clockwise.
You turn it anti-clockwise, and it opens as if greased for the purpose. Inside, on a neatly folded, you find a chainmail, very shiny, very nice. You also find what looks to be 2 pairs of daggers, and these are magical. Definitely give off a slight glow, and are definitely of a magical look.
2 pairs, so 4 daggers.
And two.
Right.
2 daggers.
I mean, yoink.
Right.
Does anyone use armor? Anyone like some armor?
I do wear chainmail, but yeah.
I'll toss it to the inebrious. Start looking at the daggers.
Okay. Hey, the daggers cannot be used for throwing. They look to be fighting daggers. They would be designed to be used as a pair.
Okay.
And can even interlink into a one-handed, double-bladed setup. They are designed for fighting, and they are primarily orcish weapons. These are usable by anybody, but they are designed, or have been designed, often to be used by orcs. They're usually heavier and a bit more brutal than this one. These are quite refined. And as such, whoever made these made them for somebody particular, and it's unclear why they left them behind.
Okay. If they're for orcs, then it's probably best it's sarcasm. Can they be used as monk weapons?
You can use them. It's unclear as to whether or not they could be used as monk weapons, but they are designed as fighting daggers, and they carry orcish insignia, but they're usable by anybody.
I'll hand them over to Soak and recognize any of this. Actually, no, I speak Orcish. Can I read it?
Yes, they apparently are a twinned set of daggers named. The Orcish term would be love and hate. It would be love and hate. And
Bit edgy, all right.
Yeah, but in essence, they were normally used as a form of martial arts that orcs defined, which was quite brutal and not necessarily deemed as finessed as some of the other martial arts, but it would be akin to sort of an Apache war knife. They are +1s. However, like I said, they are a pair. Using one without the other is okay, but they seem to be designed to be used together.
I mean, do we have any rogues or anything like that in our party?
No. The me and Soak can use them because we're monks and daggers are monk weapons. So if if this paired dagger thing can be classed as a monk weapon, then
see, I've got proficiency in like simple weapons, and I'm using 2 daggers, but I'm not like there's no proficiency in them, so they're probably best going to someone that uses them.
what are the stats on
Or
them?
selling them.
Or selling them, whichever. They are magical. They are nice daggers. They will edge quite a bit. They are unique. Whoever made them, like I said, made them for someone. The markings on them, as I said, the orcish markings, seem to be also indicate that they were a gift of love.
What are the stats on them?
They are +1 daggers, which also do +2 to damage, and they are add. Basically, you can use them ambidextrously. If you have two-handed fighting, they give another bonus, but they are designed to be used two-handed. If you use them both, and you will get a bonus on your second attack, effectively. If you're using them as a pair. If you use them as standard daggers, there's +1, +2 to damage. If you use them as a pair of fighting weapons, you get a few other bonuses, but you've got to be able to use it effectively first.
Yeah, I'm not sure how well that'll work with a monk's kit, because you need an unarmed strike for your bonus. Your bonus attack, and if you're counting that as an offhand actual weapon.
Yeah, I don't know that we'd have a lot of use for them,
No.
but I believe I've got room to carry them, and we can potentially sell them later.
Yeah, I'll hand them over to Seth.
They would be valuable to other orcs. They seem, like I said, well designed, and whoever designed them for someone as a love token, rather lethal one, but a love token nonetheless.
They could try reuniting with whoever they were made for, or maybe their ancestors if they were hundreds of years ago.
There's no name or indication of who the name that they were made for, but you do get the feeling that it may be tied to the key and whatever that you found within this room. Obviously, whoever the orc was obviously either in a relationship or carrying or was fondly regarded by one of the makers who also worked here.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we run into any other orcs along the way, I'd like to ask them some questions about it, see if they know about the orcs who worked here, because I find it interesting. I'll keep some
You are unaware of orcs ever living this far north, up in this area. It would be rare for them to come this far. This is too cold up here. The winters would be too harsh, and to be perfectly honest, there's not enough for them. You would find them in further areas further south, but it would be rare for you to have ever heard of orcs coming this far. It's effectively almost the Arctic Circle.
At least we've got this nice, warm, normal fireplace.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Fair enough.
Okay. Anybody? You've cracked the safe. You now know what's in it. The only thing that you haven't been able to figure out is the domed or the round globe chest, which is this thing over here.
I'm gonna have a wander over to that then.
I thought that's what we were doing. Okay.
Oh, you were doing the safe behind the fireplace.
Oh, okay.
This thing has no keys. You need to find the combination, and as yet you've not found anything that details any form of combination on it. And guessing could take years, lifetimes.
1111.
0451 and the Konami code.
1113.
0000 1337
Yeah. 0451 and then the Konami code.
31337
8008.
800813S 5. Sorry.
I miss calculators.
There's really
Right,
been no
so-
notes or anything that even suggested that.
The thing is you haven't seen anything specific that would remind you of the? You were told, obviously, by Ragtar that effectively you'd be looking for dwarven symbols. You've not seen anything that would match those in this room as yet.
Well, but how about the rest of the tower? Have we seen any dwarven symbols in the rest of the tower?
Not that you're aware of, but do be aware you still have the cupboards. There are open cupboards on the floor here as well.
Which
and
floor?
you haven't necessarily this one that you're on.
Oh,
The cupboard.
Okay, let's go through
let's
the
go through
cupboards
those
then.
and ransack the place.
Okay. As you begin to
So,
ransack it, you do forward to find other people's old belongings. When they left here, they left in a hurry. It's unclear why, but they seem to leave a lot of personal effects behind. There are scribbled notes about things that they planned to do. In some cases, there is rotted food. It seems to have been there for a couple of decades and is basically desiccated. You do eventually come to this one over here. That one has a small dwarven book in it. Now, Agtar is the only person I believe. Does anybody else here speak or read Dwarvish?
I can speak and read Dwarvish and Gnomish.
Okay.
That wasn't deliberate. I just picked two random languages.
It appears to be a smith, a dwarven smith, who obviously worked here. And it's his diary. And he seems to be going through his days detailing what he's making, and that the fact that they're building a ship. He keeps mentioning the ship. And in essence, they're getting ready for it. He has spotted that the boss, as he calls him, seems to be having a relationship with that woman. Don't necessarily name them, but you can figure out that basically this seems to be Nismo and the Orcish engineer who was working here, and this guy wasn't overly happy about it.
The Charlie's on fire.
I did just set fire. Oh, please do excuse that.
Oh, you're actually on fire.
Oh my god!
I just like put my notebook in a candle.
Oh, I thought that was
Oh,
like Steven
do
something. I was
that.
making a joke.
Oh my god! Oh jeez.
Dude. You,
I was going, Charlie, you don't smoke, but
Okay.
apparently your notebook does.
To make that look so pretty, and so.
Oh god. Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna
God.
bet you're okay.
Oh yeah.
This dwarf was not happy about it, and effectively he'd been asked to make trinkets, and he doesn't seem overly pleased about it. And in some ways, he seems to be trying to poison the relationship. And he claims that it may have upset the boss, who's claiming he may not now get to go. This has upset him. He ends that, in essence, he will show them, actually, if they wrong him. But it signs off. He doesn't seem to go anywhere other than that. But he seems to have been the person who made the daggers. He seems to be a smith of some expertise. He also he was in this party, and they were all going somewhere. It's unclear where. They don't seem to discuss it or want to talk about, write it down. They all seem to be on a common cause, but he seems to have other reasons for wanting to go, which don't align with the rest of the group.
He didn't write a series of numbers.
No. However, you do start to see a series of symbols he has written in the footnotes. Can I have a wisdom? I'll actually roll a wisdom check off Ragtar. Bear with me. See if Ragtar figures it out. For the dwarf, it will be 1, and then we'll see whether or not the rest of you figure it out. Doesn't. Come on, dice. You can roll faster than that. Jeez, they do take a long time, don't they?
Mm.
All right. He thinks that the symbols may have something to do with the accommodation into this thing, but some of them are a bit unclear. Anybody who can read Dwarvish can give this a wisdom check.
I'll have a neb, though I'm not very wise. Yeah, I've had far too much whiskey. 9.
Anybody else who can speak Dwarvish?
No, I can do sign language. It seemed like a good thing to do, but commonly you can't really write that down.
It says friend.
Speak friend. And
You don't know enough about it. You could give it a shot. I will
You know
give...
what?
Go on.
yeah, I'll have a little read of like,
happen.
wow, these look like weird squiggles to me. What do you want me to? Do you want me to roll like something
Right,
with
you look at
disadvantage or something?
Hey, oh god, you're going to be running... I'll give you... Let's do this as insight. You need to make a DC 25. I'll give anybody a chance to make...
Wow.
All right? Insight at a DC 25 to guess what you have available.
I mean, I only get a +4, so that's not
funny.
possible.
Nope.
Yeah.
Some of you may have.
That's a difficult check.
Yeah, I was trying to make it difficult on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, trying to decipher a language you don't understand, like, fair enough.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be easy.
Yeah,
Well, we'll have
Ryoshi
to
gets
have
the
a-
closest and is convinced he might have had it, but to be honest, without more information, you're not going to be able to just crack it. You got more things to move Ryoshi on it than anybody else did, which means you must have been progressing in the right direction, but it's just not enough. It's just too complicated to crack unless you know what the code is. You can spend more time investigating. There may be other clues. But you need to tell me where specifically you're going to be looking or what you're trying to look for.
Well, there's the other cupboards, aren't there?
Yeah, there are other
Actually,
cupboards.
no.
there are other-
Can
There's
we
cupboards
work
on the
out
second floor as well.
Yeah. Are there any? Can
yeah,
we
can we
identify
work
who's covered
out-
on the second floor?
Can we work out what the desk is to this guy?
Yeah, or the
Is there
desk.
any way of working out where he actually worked? So
Is it
you
under
know,
his
he did-
keyboard?
Yeah, check under his keyboard.
Yeah. Look for a post-it note.
If you go and examine his desk closer up, there was another smaller desk covered in little green and different colored potions. There, a ripped up piece of paper appears to be a series of symbols which might match the combination that you're looking for. However, you're now going to have to look to put the pieces of paper together. Right, let's have some easier insight checks. DC 15s to put the pieces of paper together. Go on. You can do it. This is your last and only chance.
I cannot.
Oh.
Oh, inebrious.
Inebrious, in his drunken state, rearranges a bit of paper almost by magic.
I think we should have that one.
Yeah.
That one.
Make an accommodation to open this thing up.
All those years
Inside.
putting beer mats back together.
It's exactly. It opens up. Inside, you find what appears to be a hat with a feather in it.
Cool.
Unclear as to what that does. There are a small box of 6 potions, clearly marked strong healing for idiots.
Oh,
There also is what appears to be a pair of gloves, a bunch of wires that basically lead off of them into a like a smock, which is also covered in wires. It's gnome shaped, but you could imagine this would be a gnome-sized Faraday cage.
Mother.
Where?
Okay, that would have been handy up opening that. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Other than that, there's nothing else in here. There were blank spaces in here, but it looks like somebody took a bunch of things from it. But hat and the potions still working. And the suit if you wanted. But you need to be a gnome to fit into it.
Would it class as any form of armor?
No, but you would be immune to lightning strikes.
Then you'd
How
look,
stylish is it?
yeah, you'd look really stylish.
So
and
we're
edgy, yeah.
grounding we're grounding our characters here now.
Oh dear.
Oh, sorry, hold on.
There we go.
How likely is it we're going to have sustained lightning strikes to our party?
I don't know. Look, you can pack it
Well,
away.
you
It
do
doesn't
know.
pay that much.
Yeah, I'll pack it away.
It will take 3 rounds to put on and take off. Yeah, it's quite fiddly, but yes, it makes you effectively. It's a wearable Faraday cage. It doesn't serve as any particularly useful armor, but it basically makes you immune to lightning.
Okay.
Should you so wish.
I'm going to take one of these potions.
Yep. You recognize these to be greater healing potions. This is
Oh,
a base-
damn. And I would, because I recognise these to be greater healing potions, encourage everyone else to take one.
There
How
are
many are there?
6. There are 6.
So one each. Huh?
Yeah.
Can I ask a silly question on D&D Beyond? What's the difference between inventory and equipment?
The equipment you are wearing.
Okay.
Inventory is in your backpack.
Yeah, sorry, the backpack and the equipment. So backpack is all the random crap, and
Yes.
inventory is the stuff you're using. Sorry, equipment is
Well-
stuff. It seems to be random.
Well, equipment's
What
supposed to be
po-
stuff that you can get at quickly, and the inventory is
Yeah.
supposed to be stuff that you're packing away, and that would take a round or 2 to get out of your backpack.
Okay.
What type of potion of healing was this? Because in
Rage
the
roll.
greater,
Yes.
cool.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Is there any way you say like they're in my backpack? I've currently got this greater healing and then 3 other healing potions in my backpack. Is there any way I can have someone like quick reload belt clips?
You can have a belt that will hold up to 3 potions on a quick release belt clip. Yes. However,
Happy days.
if you take fall damage, they'll have to make a DC roll or shatter.
Oh shit.
If they shatter, surely you'd absorb it, and it would be like an instant like, I'm fucked. No, I'm better.
Exactly how that works.
Not how healing potions work.
Just put them, put them strategically where you think you're going to fall on.
Well, like a bit of Sudocrem as you fall on the
How would you
Sudocrem pot.
decide- You basically decide that you've taken everything you can from this place. There is the hat.
Yeah, can the magic
Does anyone
bother us
want
have a
to
look at the
try
hat
that?
and see that's got a feather in it? It's clearly magic.
Feather actually glows with a chromatic color.
Oh damn. Why is it we
and
have a bard in our party? Why the...
hat appears to be very snazzy, and anybody who even gets it close to their head appears to be much more stylish and trustworthy.
I don't want that.
No, I don't want that.
This
I've
is
already
the-
got quite high. I've got quite high charisma, so I could just be very charming
Actually,
after that.
Just do it, Joe.
Does it
Absolutely
give
lead
a
into
charisma
it.
bonus? Because that would be awesome if I could. I mean, being a charisma-based character.
It is a hat
Yeah.
of charisma. It will add 1 to your charisma.
Oh, I think I have to.
Yeah.
Although charisma is my primary stat for sorcery.
I'll-
isn't it?
yeah, you probably better have it then.
Yeah, role play, I
I've already
think Dave's
taken a
better,
load of
but
stuff.
actual play, it's probably best for the
With
Also-
my look on dice. Oh yeah, that chainmail that was given over is that just normal chain.
No, it's not normal chain.
Can I ask somebody magical to look at it and tell me what it is?
This is
Well,
quite
hello.
obviously
What sort of chain is it?
this is quite obviously an elven or a a well-worked dwarven chain, and it is pseudo-magical, so yes, it is +1 chain.
Ooh, so I'll swap my chainmail for that one because there's no point in carrying
Man.
2 chainmails.
I need some of this shiny equipment, Tom. Hook me up.
Well, you need to. There are, like I said, there is one more thing to do. Ryoshi has a particular desire to go and look at Demetrix's lair because he heard that a monk from his order had come through this area many, many years ago and disappeared, looking for Demetrix, potentially, from what you had gathered. Meaning he may have come across Demetrix and could have found his end there, and as such, maybe there are things of interest to him, his order, and potentially others there as well.
Maybe something to, at least a name to strike off a list, if nothing else.
There you go. All right. You can all rest now, and you can go up a level. So, in essence, this will finish off the session. You should be going into next session at 3rd level, and I will let Kira know as well. Do that at your leisure or now.
In terms of D&D Beyond, so like this hat of +1 charisma, is that an item that
I will put
you've
it
made
in
up?
your... Yeah, I will put it
Okay,
in your...
cool. I was going to say, yeah, because if it's done properly, then it does all the stats, doesn't it?
Yep, I
Cool.
will. I've got the stats
So then-
rolled up.
So then the long rest button then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Long rest.
I can't work out how to add a +1 to a chainmail on this, or do I just
I'll
load
show you
until
how
I
to...
see-
Hold on. I will do it for you. 2 seconds.
Yeah, I think Tom has to drop the item into your inventory if he's created its own brew.
Hold on.
Yeah, then I'll just remove my old chainmail and just leave it here because there's no point in carrying it. I could probably sell it, but to be honest, I'll probably just take it off, drop it, and forget about it.
Just like strip in the middle of the room where we're all trying to do our other stuff.
Yeah, why not? Don't worry, there'll be clothes underneath the chainmail. Because you don't want to wear chainmail next to the skin. That chafes.
Well,
Pinch
And
think level
anybody
three is
hairy
where-
tall.
level 3 is where things start happening, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, you start getting all your stuff. I think I'm just going to end up going with the life domain. I think we still need a solid healer.
Wait, I've actually picked for mine the hand of mercy as my warrior, as my monk class. So I can do healing
who's ended
and
up with the daggers?
Hmm?
Who's ended up with the daggers? Who's ended up with the daggers?
I think
So
Soak
that
had
was
them.
Soak. Where's the long rest button?
Right at the top above your walking speed.
Ah, yes, I scrolled down and all I had to do is scroll up.
I swear this never used to be a thing on the old player's handbook. As an action now, with the life domain, as a magic action, I can present my holy symbol, and effectively I can heal as many creatures as I want for, it's currently going to be 15 HP.
That must be 2024 rules because that's new to me.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all. Like, preserve life. It's basically hit points equal to 5 times my cleric level. Choose bloodied creatures within 30 feet of you, which can include me, and divide those hit points among them. This feature can restore a creature to no more than half its hit point maximum. Okay, fair enough. There are caveats there, but still, that sounds pretty good.
It is pretty good, yeah. That's very clutch. That's gonna save a lot of.
If everyone's dying, it'd be like, fucking, let's go.
Yeah.
How mad from a roleplay perspective should we go? Like, because I think in terms of roleplay, my character and his backstory would go down the clockwork sorcery route, but in terms of sort of the lols, the wild magic is probably the funnier one, isn't it?
It really is. Wild magic is really fun.
Have you got burning desires to be turned into teapots and whatever else it does?
Oh crap! I've got to read what the hell I've got to do.
Yeah, sorcery gets complicated.
Oath of Devotion. Oh, I get 3rd level spells. Oath of Glory.
know what subclass to choose. I have no idea.
Okay, so you will find those daggers in your inventory now. Has everybody added their potions to themselves already? Because I think you can add potions.
Indeed.
I also put a custom item called spider boots in my inventory. I don't know if you've got anything in particular.
I will go. I will go and add the boots. Bear with me.
Yeah, I put my custom what was it Faraday cage suit, but I don't think that because that doesn't have any. You don't need to add that as an item because it doesn't have any.
It doesn't have
benefits.
any. No. Get right.
Oh wow! So I'm going for Oath of Glory, which allows me to cast a Divine Smite, so I can twat a creature for as hard as possible, and then I give temporary hit points to everybody else that I want to.
Nice.
So I can hit something so hard, its hit point, the damage transfers itself to you guys and buffs you.
God damn. That's ridiculous.
So the flesh that comes off the enemy sticks to us and gives us more armor.
Yes,
Yeah.
pretty much. Your temporary hit points until you scrape it off.
Have you managed to put out the Inferno then, Charlie?
Yeah, just about.
Jesus, there's some crazy healing stuff you could do now.
Why is there fire next to me? I didn't even realize.
I'll just put it here with the rest of the fire.
It's looking.
Wow.
Nice IT crowd reference there. Wow, that wallpaper you got there, Joe, is really realistic.
Okay, your slippers or your boots are in your inventory. You will note that to use them properly, you will need to attune to them.
Okay. I shall start that during this long rest then.
Okay.
That's it. All I had to do was I just had to choose my oath and nothing else. So I'm relatively simple.
Okay. Do we like the new map system, by the way? Is it a hit or not?
I think it's good.
No, I've stopped the bug on it. Yeah.
Cool.
I am leveled up.
Fantastic. Next sessions, we'll be using the light effects to their greatest effect. I can only tell you that you may want to make certain that you have the odd torch or two in your inventory from now on.
Dave, you might need to shell out for another 8. You might need to shell out for another 8 gig of RAM.
Or spells that cast light. I will add your little things to your inventory as well. Yelon, bear with me. Your little stones.
Charlie would just have a book on fire. So I got my torch.
Yeah.
just role playing with burning books.
I can do.
Oh, my book's set on fire, and they're like, "Oh, indeed." And I was like, "No."
It's like, look, I'm from Texas.
I'm still doing nothing in real life, though. It's all kicking off.
I'd be so tempted to do. I can do as an ASMR, do inner radiance, and I just light up.
Oh, I forgot your
Oh, there
item.
you go.
Yeah, I can just become a beacon. I mean, don't stand too close. 'Cause apparently, you take 2 radiant damage, so don't do that. But yeah, bright light for 10 feet could be fun. I can also sprout wings and just go flying for a bit.
Fair enough. Well, that could have solved the stair issue.
Completely forgot about that.
Yeah. Wings. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I
oh,
forgot
sorry,
about
guys.
Yeah.
Oh, these things. Oh, you don't worry about them. Yeah, once per long rest, I can do. I can basically either have heavenly wings, inner radiance, or necrotic shroud. Basically, I
One
look
of
like
those
a
things is
demon
not
for a
like
bit.
the others.
I think one of mine, if I go down the there's a draconic subclass, and I think that ends up giving you fly at level 5. So
Oh, we'll just flap about.
Yeah, Dragon's Breath and Alter Self. So I think there's all sorts of weird dragon things.
That's all. I mean, we can't go far. Well, I can't go far. Apparently, I only get this transformation for 1 minute, so I have to like have a stopwatch or something. Otherwise, I'm going to drastically fall out of the sky.
The countdown clock starts, dude.
Yeah, right. We've got 60 seconds. Let's fly to the pub. Let's go.
Okay, I've got to work on my. Got to get another piece of homebrew in for those small light sources. I'll put them in manually. Makes sense.
I actually have a light cantrip, which means that I can cast light on a large or small object that isn't being worn or carried by someone else. So I can make points of light, like find a rock somewhere, cast light on it, and then there's 20 foot, and then 20 foot again. So as long as we're static, I can cast light, and that's a cantrip, so I can do it as many times as I like.
Nice.
Oh, I've got that cantrip as well, actually. So yeah, we're just going to be like, boom, boom, boom.
All those humans are just going to be like, choo, 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 light everywhere.
We'll just like buy a little pouch of marbles or something, and just turn them all into little balls of light.
Going to be cosplaying the Stormlight Archive.
I'm just looking for the monster manual, and it seems to be sold out pretty much everywhere. Like the pre-orders have sold out.
Oh, really?
That's interesting. Have your characters already gone up a little?
Yeah, mine has.
Cool.
I didn't think mine has.
Dave hasn't. Dave's hasn't. Why hasn't Dave's?
What do you mean? I have
mine
level 3.
Mine still says level 2. Let me.
You have to reload
hold on,
VTT.
Has done it. Has
rejoin as VTT because I had to take it. Because I tried to level up on VTT and I got an error, so I had to go back to D&D Beyond.
You are currently level 3 on D&D Beyond.
Let me go back into VTT.
I'm still level 2.
Yeah, I'm level 3 now on VTT. It's because I quit VTT to level up and I had to go back in again.
Okay. So yeah, Joe, your character has not gone up a level yet.
Yeah.
And Ragtar hasn't either, but everybody else. And Elon, are you still at level 2 as well? All right, cool. I want to make certain what I'm seeing is what is happening. I was wondering if it were happening in real time or not. But I want to try an experiment here as well. No, that doesn't work. What have you done? They can't. Oh, they better not have gotten rid of this. Gotta try and figure out. I thought I had figured out a decent way of installing NPCs into the party. But I have created them as homebrew, but I can't seem to add them to the party.
And when I was running it, you had to put him in the campaign as a character.
Yeah.
Anyone or so.
So I've actually created Demetrix and Donnie Barco and a couple of other potential NPCs, depending on whether they come in. And I've created them as homebrew, but I don't know how to get them to add to the party.
I don't think you can. The homebrew characters, I think, are for like combat and stuff like that.
They're only for combat.
They're only
okay,
for combat.
I know that I could add them to combat, but I can't. Okay, fair enough.
You might be able to use the VTT to add them as like tokens, but they won't be in the party.
That's what I was wondering.
Joe, found Firestorm cards. Have the Monsters manual in stock. I just sent you a link. I say in stock. It's free on. Send it on Discord.
Fantastic. Donnie Barco now shows up. If you join back into
Nice.
PTT. Johnny Barco is actually on the screen. There we go.
Where is he?
Standing
Oh, there
right
he
next
is.
to you. Let's get him to go away because he's a surprise.
Johnny Barco.
There we go. I don't know whether you can actually get the monster stats on him. If you double click on him, I wasn't certain whether it opened up his stats for
I
you.
would think not.
I would hope not.
No.
Can you open each other's stat blocks, by the way, on screen? in that?
No.
No.
You can open your own.
Oh,
I
open
noticed
character
that.
sheet. Let me have a look. Yes, I can open other players' character.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, I can open Ragtar's character sheet. I don't know if maybe he hasn't set privacy.
As DM, I can open all
Yeah,
your character
I can't
sheets.
open Tybor's, but I can open Ragtar, so there must be a privacy setting that Kieran hasn't set.
Right, then just stop one invisible. Oh, that's